currently has a team. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Thursday morning sports. We'll start off in NFL news, where the news continues to be positive concerning Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin. Yesterday, he was discharged from Buffalo General Medical Center there in Buffalo and sent home to continue his recovery. Dr. Jamie Nadler says a series of tests and evaluations and a consultation with the Bills physicians leave them confident that Hamlin can be safely discharged to continue his rehabilitation at home and with the team. Hamlin also found time to get his legal team to work on trademarking two phrases, "Did we win?" and "3 is back." Staying in the NFL, going into wild card weekend, there are a couple of key injury notes that'll no doubt have serious implications for their respective games. The Miami Dolphins have confirmed that quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has been ruled out against the Buffalo Bills. Instead, Skylar Thompson is prepping for the start. Meanwhile, there's been optimism among the Ravens camp that Lamar Jackson has been working hard to be ready for Sunday night. Ian Rappaport says not so fast. Rappaport says it's not looking good for Jackson to suit up against the Bengals. Sources say that Jackson is working hard, but the knee is just not quite right. In Major League Baseball, Carlos Correa is officially a Minnesota Twin again. The results of the star player's physical came back positive, and it's all systems go for 2023. Correa's deal with Minnesota is a 6-year deal worth $200 million with vesting options that go for 4 years and could be worth up to $270 altogether. Correa says the last few weeks between different medical opinions and lost opportunities with the Dodgers and Mets were an emotional roller coaster. That's what's going on in sports. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Up to what you want. And local guests, followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I invite you to do it.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Well, thank you, Rebecca. Brought to you by Cowell Collision Center right here in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Cowell Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. 50-50 chance of rain yesterday turns into a 100% chance today. It's going to rain for a very good portion of this day. Up to 2 inches of rain possible. A high today, 62. A low tonight of 33. So a 30-degree drop in temperature, where on Friday we wake up mostly cloudy and it's 34 as the high, and may see some snow flurries along with all this. On Saturday, sunshine and 40. Sunday, mostly sunny and 50 is a high. Right now, 6:25 in the morning. It's 55 degrees right here in Danville. 238-WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio. Let's take a look at some celebrities having birthdays on this January the 12th. Thursday, January the 12th. Our celebrity birthday list looks a little bit like this. Cue up the music, please. There we go. Happy birthday to these people. Let's see, 72 years old was Kirstie Alley. We had her birthday yesterday, so I think they have this confused. Kirstie Alley would have had a birthday yesterday. not today. We played a clip from her yesterday, but let's go ahead and do it anyway, right? Why not? Kirstie Alley, the late actress, would have had a birthday yesterday. We had her on, but here's a clip from the movie Look Who's Talking.
You don't know how to take.
There you go. Late Kirstie Alley would have had a birthday today. Would have been 72. Hey, what about entrepreneur, billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire Jeff Bezos? The billionaire founder of Amazon.com is 59 years old. In 2013, he purchased the Washington Post. He's considered to be an e-commerce pioneer and consumerism revolutionary. Entrepreneur Jeff Bezos, 59 years old today. The late boxing champ Smokin' Joe Frazier would have had a birthday today. Born in this state in 1944. He actually died 12 years ago back in 2011. Would have been 79 years old today. World heavyweight boxing champion known as Smokin' Joe. Competed against many of the all-time greats. He also won a gold medal in the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo and retired with a record of 32-4-1. As a child, classmates would give him a quarter or a sandwich to walk with them and protect them from bullies. I mean, even back in the day in elementary school, he was the man. Smokin' Joe Frazier would have had a birthday today. The late talk show host Rush Limbaugh would have had a birthday today. Would have been 72 years old today. A guy who helped revolutionize this industry would have had a birthday today. That's Rush Limbaugh. Celebrities having birthdays on this January the 12th. That's how they look. All right, 6:28. I just quite frankly don't have enough time to do this date in country music history right now because we do have a bottom hour news break coming up here. And by the time I read what's gone on in history, we wouldn't have time to play any of the clips. So we'll save those hopefully for later and go ahead and head into our bottom hour news, which is 2 minutes away at 6:28 in the morning, 55 degrees. The rain is a-coming. We've already seen some early morning sprinkles, and the heavier stuff right now is actually there's a long line of systems from the border of the state, from Kentucky, the Kentucky-Indiana line. So from where Owensboro is all the way up to Louisville into Frankfort as well. Some heavy thunderstorms, some lightning, and some rain to keep your eye on with that as well. So what's going to get heavier, what I'm saying is, as this morning goes on and as that big line of systems moves its way south into Boyle County. So we will get much heavier rain at some point later on this morning and afternoon. And again, we expected up to 2 inches of rain possible when this day begins. So something that we have known about and been prepared for. A minute away from our bottom hour news. Coming up, 6:30 KNN News, Larry Vaught and Vaught's View, Silliness at Sunrise. It's all coming up around the corner next, right here on The Joe Show.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentuckians should be preparing for higher utility bills that after last month's winter storm. Officials say LG&E and KU customers are expecting an increase after Arctic conditions caused havoc across the Commonwealth. The surge in demand during the storm is partly to blame for the rise. Kentucky's low-income home energy assistance program could be of help for those who are struggling to pay their bills. A Laurel County woman wanted on a murder indictment warrant is in custody. Police records show 39-year-old Danielle Kelly was booked yesterday morning and is being held in the Laurel County Correctional Center. A grand jury indicted her back in November on a murder charge, as well as 3 counts of first-degree assault in connection with a fatal DUI incident. Kelly did not appear in court, leading to a police search for her. Officials found her hiding in a closet at a Knox County home. Berea College is hosting an educators workshop on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The workshop focuses on teaching educators how to improve on providing students a Black history education. The executive director of the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky tells WKYT-TV.
So it's a great opportunity to be able to look at the local history within Kentucky and really elevate and share those stories of Black Kentuckians who have done incredible things that impact our lives on a daily basis.
Shaka Cummings says the workshop is an opportunity to fill the gap for educators who may not feel as comfortable in terms of teaching Black history. The Lexington Humane Society is taking care of dogs who were rescued from a hoarding situation. Tennessee authorities removed 76 dogs from the deplorable situation in the city of Dyer last month. Some of the animals were just a few weeks old. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi, this is Tim Biggs of Harrisburg. I'm a customer of Rural Flush Piping. When I wanted to redo my home's master bathroom, I called Rural Flush to do all the work. It was a big job, and every detail was professionally done. I couldn't be more happier with their craftsmanship. I have a beautiful new bathroom. He also replaced a ventless fireplace for me. I would recommend them to handle your plumbing, projects, and repair. They pay very close attention to detail, and he does exactly what he says he's going to do. I heard his commercial on the radio, and he did great. And I'm kind of picky when I pick people to do work for me and put my name on the line. I recommend Royal Flush Piping.
Royal Flush Piping, 859-319-1286.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A big project is underway in Danville. The Kendall and Friends Foundation, which is known for building all-inclusive playgrounds in central Kentucky, announced yesterday a new endeavor.
We are super excited. We've kind of been keeping it under wraps. We are officially announcing that we are building an all-inclusive facility.
That's Crimson Claycomb, founder of the Kendall and Friends Foundation. That all-inclusive facility will be on Danville Shakertown Road, right next door to the Hometown Radio Network studios. Kendall and Friends Foundation acquired 5 acres of land where the project will take place. And now for phase 1, the building of the all-inclusive baseball field. Work on that will begin quickly.
We play the first weekend in August through the first weekend in October. Our goal would be to be on this field come August, the first weekend in August.
That's phase 1 with a completion date by the end of the fall. Phase 2 would include an all-inclusive sports complex, including an indoor-outdoor playground and gymnasium. It'll end with phase 3, an indoor and outdoor all-inclusive aquatic center. All of that will be built right next door to the Hometown Radio Network and across the street from Danville Christian Academy on Shakertown Road. Today's the second of the 2-day Megget Open interview days. If you're looking for a new career, Megget in Danville is having open interviews for those looking for a new job. It's today from 8 o'clock until 3. Bring your resume and apply for one of 3 jobs: production subassembler, production associate CNC machinist, and carbon furnace operator. It'll all take place at their carbon plant on Corporate Drive in Danville. For questions, visit Megget in Danville on Facebook or tune into the live broadcast today from 11 o'clock until 1 on Z105. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything. Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty.
Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Vacuums with every paid visit. About their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They would love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. All right, good chance that we see some strong rain today. We're certainly going to see rain. The question is, how strong will it be and when will it get here? Long, strong line of thunderstorms making their way through this area, so we'll see it at some point today. Pretty gusty winds as well, up to 30-mile-per-hour wind gust at times today. High of 62, a low tonight of 33. Big drop in temperature from the high this afternoon to the low tonight. That sets us up for the possibility of some snow flurries early tomorrow morning as you wake up. Tomorrow's high is 34, Saturday 39. You see the train beginning to warm up again. 50 is the high on Sunday. MLK Junior Day. I know the weather can always be hit or miss on MLK Day. Sometimes it's freezing cold. Sometimes there's snow on the ground. Sometimes there's snow storms. Sometimes it's pleasant. This year, if you're participating in those MLK Junior Day events there in downtown Danville, and we'll give you that information there coming up in just a bit. Showers are likely, but mainly in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy, comfortable day. 53 is the high, so not a bad day at all weather-wise for the MLK Junior Day events in Danville. 238-WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447, and we'd love to have you on the radio. For Danville, the MLK Junior Day events will start off on Monday afternoon, morning/afternoon, really more afternoon. 12 noon is when it starts. The Community March, which will start at Danville City Hall and will march down Main Street to the Jenny Rogers Community Center. There at about 12:45, after that march is over, the MLK celebration will begin there at Jenny Rogers Community Center. That'll include a program with speakers, poetry readings, singing from high school and community choirs, free T-shirts, and free grab-and-go lunches provided as well for those community members involved in that MLK celebration march and event at Jenny Rogers. Then later on that evening, at 7 o'clock that night at Center College's Norton Center for the Arts, they're going to be having an MLK convocation. And the keynote speaker there is Center College 2016 graduate Dexter Horn. He will be presenting there at the MLK Convocation, 7 o'clock on Monday evening. So all of that is on Monday, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, right here in the city of Danville, beginning at 12 noon. And then after that celebration is over at Jenny Rogers, a little bit of a break until 7 o'clock that night at Norton Center for the Arts. Right now it's 6:40. Larry Vaught wants to talk about UK sports. It's Vaught's Views, and here he is. Nope, sorry about that, Larry. Let's try that again. Here he is.
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
He was only at Kentucky for 2 seasons, but linebacker Jaquez Jones truly became a true blue soul. He announced after the Music City Bowl that he would not take a COVID year to play another season at UK, but would try his luck in the NFL draft. However, every Kentucky fan should wish him well and thank him for the contributions he made the last 2 years after transferring to Kentucky from Mississippi. He became not only a playmaker on the field, but also a big-time leader on and off the field. Jones never considered opting out of the Music City Bowl. Instead, he said it was important to show younger players that playing in a bowl game meant something, and it was important to properly prepare for the bowl game. He also wanted to help them understand the value of extra December practices to get a head start on the next season. And he battled his butt off to come back from an injury to play against Louisville and then in the bowl game.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
If you ever wondered how Farmall got its name, here's an abbreviated list of some of the jobs that Case IH Farmall can do. Baling, cutting, feeding, hauling, loading, raking, cleaning, fertilizing, mowing, chopping, seeding, clearing, irrigating, digging, excavating, grading. Let's make it simple. This tractor does it all. No matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red. Farmall. Learn more at caseih.com/farmall or at HR AgriPower with 5 Kentucky locations: Hopkinsville, Russellville, Morganfield, Owensboro, and Mayfield.
Former UK All-SEC running back Anthony White said he appreciated the way Ole Miss transferred Jaquez Jones, stepped right into the Kentucky program, and played with a sense of pride. Jones said coming to Kentucky was actually a blessing for him. He said, "God makes no mistakes, and he put me in this position for a reason, and I appreciate that." Jones said playing at Kentucky taught him how hard he had to work to be a special player, and that's why he wanted to make sure he went out giving everything he had to the UK football program.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time, 6:42 in the morning, Thursday, January the 12th. And people are mocking around the globe, are mocking Austin Butler for his cringe, what they're calling a cringe fake Elvis voice at the Golden Globes. And this has led to an ad called Elvis Translate. They have Google Translate. What about Elvis Translate when you can't figure out what an Elvis impersonator is saying? Here is a new app, Elvis Translate. Check it out. Yeah, Elvis Translate. Try it today at 6:43 in the morning. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining and the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. Well, good news action for you on this Thursday morning, and here we go. Story number 1 comes from Minnesota, where the students at Glen Lake Elementary in Hopkins, Minnesota, wanted their classmates in wheelchairs to be able to play with them, so they started a fundraiser to install a wheelchair-accessible playground. We just talked about this yesterday with the Crimson Claycomb from the Kendall and Friends Playground. This happened, in Glen Lake Elementary School in Hopkins, Minnesota. After their fundraising efforts were covered on local news, an anonymous donor stepped forward and donated $200,000 of their $300,000 goal. The donation allowed the project to be proceeded to continue and some of the accessible equipment to be ordered. And the students are so pumped about their success, they're already thinking of expanding the project. An anonymous donor has given $200,000 of the $300,000 needed for an all-inclusive playground, this coming from Glen Lake Elementary in Hopkins, Minnesota. That's 5th grader John Butner, who uses a wheelchair, who talked about how he felt when he heard the $200,000 donation announced. Wow. Number 2, Reverend Anthony Palmer was in the middle of officiating a post-Christmas wedding in New Jersey when he suffered a cardiac arrest event and collapsed. Fortunately for the Reverend, Valeria Franco, an off-duty EMT, happened to be working as a caterer at the wedding and sprang into action performing CPR on Palmer for half an hour. Palmer survived and is now recovering, and earlier this week, he was present as the city of Patterson officially recognized Franco for her life-saving efforts. And story number 3 in the world of coming from this North Carolina police canine, where earlier this week, roadwork contractors in Nashville, North Carolina, Nashville, not Tennessee, North Carolina, brought a 4-year-old boy to the Nashville Fire Department after finding him running down the middle of the road. The boy wasn't able to give law enforcement officers any specific information about where he'd come from, so they began canvassing the area with assistance from police canine Renzo. And after just about 15 minutes of Renzo casting the area, he picked up a scent and led first responders to the boy's residence, where he was reunited with the parents. Awesome stuff. North Carolina Police Canine helps reunite a lost toddler with the family. EMT working wedding catering saves a pastor's life. And the school's fundraiser for an accessible playground gets an anonymous $200,000 donation. That's the world of good this morning, folks. Yeah, it's 6:46 in the morning, Thursday, January the 12th. It's 55 degrees. And we see what's going on in this morning's NASCAR News Report. PRN's Garage Pass is coming up in 60 seconds right here on The Joe Show.
Ryan, when you're injured, what can you expect?
No paycheck and the bills keep coming.
So you need money fast.
Yes, and that's what we do.
Check their verdicts at GaryCJohnson.com or JudoLaw.com.
At Linux of Danville, we offer an undercoating that protects your vehicle against road salt and gravel, which helps prevent rust, prolong the life of your vehicle. Along with the rust inhibitor, gives your vehicle total rust protection. Call for a free quote at 859-209-4033 or stop in and see us at 935 Stanford Road in Danville.
Charles, what is the first thing your dad taught you when you came to work?
The client comes first, evading money.
So you were taught to fast track your cases.
Yes, and it works.
Check out the verdicts at GaryCJohnson.com or JudoLaw.com.
Enjoy time at home, but I'll be ready to go probably sooner than later. I was wanting to do something this winter, whether it was road course, racing, dirt, getting back to the roots.
Found out about crew chief hires, driver changes, everything else on Twitter, so I'm sure that one will be the same.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. You're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia? Wow, that's cheap. So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-218-4909. 800-218-4909. 800-218-4909. Again, that's 800-218-4909.
During the off-season, NASCAR drivers certainly get a chance to give their brain a rest from the hyper-focus they have to have when they're behind the wheel. I was curious, however, if they also needed a break from the physical punishment they put their bodies through, and that was a question I put to Chase Elliott.
I think from a physicality standpoint, you could race more and be okay if you were eating right and doing the right things, I feel. But I do think it's just probably more from a mental standpoint, kind of nice to enjoy some time at home. But when we're so used to being on the road so often, even with as short as the off season is, I feel like by the middle of January, I'm like, all right, I would like to go do something now. So enjoy the time at home, but I'll be ready to go again, probably sooner than later.
Over the winter, there's been no racing for Elliott by design, and the same goes for Tyler Reddick, although that wasn't the plan before he decided to go to work for 2311 Racing.
I was wanting to do something this winter, whether it was road course, racing, dirt, getting back to the roots. I was wanting to do more of that, but as it just worked out, going to 2311 a year early, that it was a
was probably a good thing I didn't have anything really planned because it was going to be a really busy off season, and it still will be.
Chad Johnston, who's formerly been a Cup crew chief for Tony Stewart and Kyle Larson, is returning to Stewart Haas Racing to call the shots for their new full-time guy, Ryan Preece. Meanwhile, Hall of Fame driver Mark Martin has just turned 64, and one of my favorites, handsome Harry Gant, is now 82.
You could save big when you bundle your home, auto, and other vehicles with Progressive. Now that we've covered something you could do, it's time for sports stuff you definitely could not do.
You could not have hit that field goal. Sorry, but it's true. 37 yards doesn't sound very far, but you'd be lucky to cover even a fraction of that. And that's in perfect conditions without 11 giant men trying to fold you like origami.
But you definitely could save big when you bundle your home, auto, and other vehicles with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
In the very near future, Kevin Harvick, who's in the final year of his current contract with Stewart Haas Racing, will tell us if he's going to continue driving or in 2024 become part of NASCAR on Fox. When told of an impending announcement, teammate Chase Briscoe just shrugged his shoulders.
I guess I'll find out when everybody else does. I found out about crew chief hires, driver changes, everything else on Twitter, so I'm sure that one will be the same. So, yeah, I guess thanks for telling me that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I guess I'll find out too.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That's true when your business is growing fast, and even more true when there's a lot of uncertainty. Inflation is running rampant, supply chains are clogged, and the labor market is tight. What does that mean for margins? Not every business is in the dark. Over 30,000 businesses know their numbers because they use NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, planning, budgeting, and of course inventory. You can manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. In 2023, profit is the new growth. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your manual business process, and see where to save money. Know your numbers, know your business, and get to know how NetSuite can be the source of truth for your entire company. Right now, NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/advantage right now. netsuite.com/advantage. netsuite.com/advantage.
Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Local people serving Garrett and surrounding counties with the latest innovations and services, including multi-beat pill packaging, immunizations, monitoring interactions for all your medications, and wellness classes. Call 792-4611 or go online to suttonrx.com. Visit Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster at 330 West Maple Avenue. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net, shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses. That's some pretty big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy, high of 57. A low tonight of, a high of 63. A low tonight of 33. It's going to rain today as it continues to make its way through the area. Up to 2 inches of rain is possible. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34 is the high, so a 30-degree difference from today's high to tomorrow's high. And may see some snow flurries because of that tomorrow morning. Saturday back up to 40 as a high, and Sunday 50 is your high. Right now it's 6:54 in the morning. It is 55 degrees right here in Danville. 238-9447, 238-WHIR. Ricky D starts us off in this segment as we see what app we should download this morning in Rick D's segment, The Planet of the Apps. Take it away, Ricky. What do you got for us? Here he is.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps.
And this is very practical today. Rick D's in the Planet of the Apps. The best price for gasoline with this amazing app called Gas Buddy. Have you seen it? It's Gas Buddy, and you're going to want this one. It uses GPS to locate the gas stations around you and which one has the lowest price, if that exists. But do download it. I did, and it is worth it. You might save a few pennies. Gas Buddy, right here with Rick Dees, invading the planet of the apps.
There you go, Rick Dees, and the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here at this time, leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning, where we have Andy Gold in the spotlight, and Andy Gold doing a stand-up comedy routine. And almost all of the ones that I play on my show come from a stand-up comedy place called Dry Bar. And it's a clean comedy venue. So that's why everything I know that I play is going to be clean. There's no language in it because you have to be clean to be a Dry Bar. And it's in Utah where Dry Bar is. So Andy Gold essentially just talking about Utah, the place where he is doing this stand-up comedy routine right now. Here's Andy Gold talking about Utah. Andy Gold in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning talking about all the nuances of Utah. And the best jokes from late night television last night, starting off with Jimmy Fallon on NBC's Tonight Show, joking about flights being grounded throughout the country because of a glitch in a computer system. Here's Jimmy Fallon joking about that. Jimmy also joking about a potential ban on gas stoves. This is what the politicians, and I don't want to say it's the ones that we elected, but in other states that the people elected to represent them, this is what they're working on, potentially banning gas stoves. I'm not sure that's what we sent them there to do, but this is what they're working on. Jimmy Fallon joking about a potential ban on gas stoves. Jimmy Fallon on NBC's Tonight Show. Seth Meyers joking last night on NBC as well about President Biden being surprised by the classified documents that were found. Telling us at Center Eye, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, Andy Gold, and Rick Dees letting us know what app we should download for the planet of the apps. Say a couple of shout outs this morning. Weston, a first grader at Tolliver, who was on bus number one. First grader at Hogsett. First grader at Hogsett. Weston is having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Weston. He's on bus 121. And a second birthday, Kara, who is a second grader at Tolliver, is having a birthday today as well. So bus 121 is loaded with some birthdays today. Happy birthday to Kara and a happy birthday to Weston. And a shout out to Tim, who is the bus 121 driver. So he's listening to us right now as he drives bus 121. He's got Coach Pitt there as his bus monitor, but Tim is one of 3 bus drivers in the Danville school system to have perfect attendance. Perfect attendance the first 2 quarters of the school year. They didn't miss a single day driving the bus. That's Tim Brushway. That's Glenn Wesley. Glenn is Dusty's dad, who comes on the show Tuesdays and Fridays. And then Sage Cutler is the third one. So 3 Danville bus drivers with perfect attendance. Way to go to Tim, one of those 3 bus drivers. He is the bus driver of 121. Kids, listen up. Do your best work. Be kind to everybody and listen to your teachers. There will never be another January the 12th of 2023. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Here's news.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. The death toll in California is now up to 19 as yet another storm hits that state. Sheriffs in Sonoma County say the toll rose after a person was found dead in a car submerged in 8 to 10 feet of water Wednesday. Nurses at 2 New York City hospitals have reached a tentative agreement ending a strike that started earlier this week. More than 7,000 nurses are expected back at work today. The deal includes a 19% raise and 170 new nursing positions at Montefiore, one of the impacted hospitals. No word yet on details of the deal with Mount Sinai. The FAA says a corrupted file was the cause of thousands of flight delays Wednesday. All domestic flight departures had to be stopped by the FAA, causing over 8,000 delays and well over 1,000 cancellations. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says while there's no evidence the file was the result of a cyber attack, he says he wouldn't rule it out. Aides to President Biden have reportedly found a second batch of classified materials at a new location. Mark Mayfield has more.
This comes after the White House acknowledged on Monday that a small number of classified documents were found at an office Biden used after leaving the Obama administration. NBC News reports the additional documents have now been found in a separate location. Biden aides have been searching for classified materials that may be in other areas after the initial batch was found just before the midterm elections at a Washington think tank. The president said this week he was surprised to learn any records had been found and that he's unaware of what's in them.
New Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, is removing 3 Democrats from their committee assignments in the new Congress. McCarthy confirms he'll block California Congressman Adam Schiff, as well as Eric Swalwell and Congresswoman from Minnesota, Ilhan Omar, from their committee assignments. He can block Schiff and Swalwell from the House Intelligence Committee on his own. He'll seek to persuade a House majority to bar Omar from the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
What you're hearing are people having fun, playing Kentucky games of skill. Games of skill are totally legal, challenging video games where you win cash for your skill. But these games do more than just create fun. They create critical Kentucky jobs and allow local restaurants, bar and tavern owners, and local fraternity organizations to stay in business during tough times. To ensure their survival, the Kentucky Coalition of Small Businesses and Fraternal Clubs who operate skill games are calling on the Kentucky State Legislature to pass additional regulations supporting skill games and cracking down on all illegal gambling in Kentucky. Call your legislators. Tell them to stand with the law-abiding, tax-paying Kentucky small business owners, fraternal clubs, and employees who survive thanks to legal skill games. Tell them to protect all legal forms of entertainment, including games of skill, from illegal gambling. Paid for by the Kentucky Merchants.
The sale of assault weapons is now illegal in Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill Tuesday banning the sale of military-style weapons and high-capacity magazines. Illinois is now the 9th state to put in place such legislation. It also outlaws so-called switches, devices that convert legal handguns into assault weapons. Legendary British guitar player Jeff Beck has passed away at the age of 78.
His family confirmed the news in a statement today, saying he recently contracted bacterial meningitis and passed away peacefully Tuesday. Beck rising to prominence with the Yardbirds in the 1960s. He's regarded as one of the most innovative guitarists of his generation. I'm Abby Bonnell.
First Lady Jill Biden's doing well following the removal of cancerous lesions this week. President Biden accompanied his wife as she underwent surgery to remove a skin lesion above her right eye. While all the cancerous cells were removed, doctors said there was an area of concern on Biden's chest, which was removed and also confirmed cancerous. The president says he does not support a potential ban on gas stoves. A federal consumer safety official this week had called the appliance a hidden hazard because of emissions that have been linked to asthma. Some Hollywood magic will come to North Texas. Universal Studios Studios is building a family-focused resort in the Dallas suburb of Frisco. They've bought nearly 100 acres for rides, shows, and a hotel. Former New York Lottery announcer Yolanda Vega will try her hand at one of the nation's most popular TV game shows.
Let's start the Family Feud.
The Times Union reports she'll compete on Family Feud with her family on February 2nd. Word is her family wanted to do something special to celebrate Vegas's retirement. Yolanda Vega retired in January of last year after 32 years announcing lottery numbers. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville or anytime at www.stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell, Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Download a sheet wave for the double. Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Goose, Wildcat Hall of Famer Jack Gibbons for Kentucky basketball all season long. And tune in Dave Baker, two-time national champ Cameron Mills for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time on the UK Sports Network. It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105. Go Cats!
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's the 12th day of January, and we're looking at 7:07 in the morning, 55 degrees here in Danville. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. News is now.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Stanford Police and Kentucky State Police are investigating a potential accident that happened late Tuesday night at Stanford Elementary School. Stanford Police say yesterday morning when school staff began arriving, they noticed signs of a possible accident or injury. Investigations show the injury may have occurred sometime late Tuesday night around 11 o'clock, and police say the staff member involved in that accident was scheduled to be there during that time frame. As the potential incident became known Wednesday morning, Stanford Police cleared the school building before children began their normal activities, and they deemed the building safe and that there was no danger to students or staff. There were also no other staff members present at the time, and law enforcement has been in contact with that staff member who is being treated in a medical facility with a significant but non-life-threatening injury. Stanford Police and Kentucky State Police are investigating. Tonight is the free expungement clinic in Danville. A host of community partners have joined together to host this expungement clinic, which will offer education regarding Kentucky's process of expungement of criminal records. Attorneys will be on the site at the event to consult with individuals needing more information about eligibility for expungement. Representatives will also share information on employment, training, and educational opportunities, and substance use and mental health treatment and recovery resources. There will also be information on housing, public and government benefits, veterans questions, and domestic violence protective orders, as well as free dinner for attendees. For questions, contact 859-516-5348. That's 859-516-5348. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That's true when your business is growing fast, and even more true when there's a lot of uncertainty. Inflation is running rampant, supply chains are clogged, and the labor market is tight. What does that mean for margins? But not every business is in the dark. Over 30,000 businesses know their numbers because they use NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, planning, budgeting, and of course, inventory, so you can manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. In 2023, profit is the new growth. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your manual business process, and see where to save money. Know your numbers, know your business, and get to know how NetSuite can be the source of truth for your entire company. Right now, NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/advantage right now. netsuite.com/advantage. netsuite.com/advantage.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends hanging out over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road, right here in Danville. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm today, mainly before 5 o'clock, and going to be some heavy rain at times. A high today, 62, a low tonight, 33. If there's any good news in this, it's that the amount of rain that we're expected to get is kind of dialed back a little bit. We were talking about 2 inches or more. Now we're looking at maybe an inch. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. 34 is a high. Low tomorrow night, 24. Saturday, sunshine, 39. Sunday, 50 is the high. It's 7:11 in the morning. It's 55 degrees right here in Danville. 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio on the Joe Show this morning. Let's see what's breaking and trending in the 7 o'clock hour. As we always do at this time here on the show, here's what's making news. Starting off with New York City nurses strike. Nurses at 2 New York City hospitals have reached a tentative agreement, ending a strike that started earlier this week. As a result, more than 7,000 nurses are expected to return to work today. The deal includes a 19% raise in 170 new nursing positions at Montefiore Medical Center, one of the impacted hospitals. No word yet on details on the deal, with Mount Sinai expected that they won wall-to-wall safe staffing ratios for all inpatient units with firm enforcement. Egg prices are soaring, and they'll keep on rising for now. According to the Consumer Price Index, the price for a carton of eggs jumped 49.1% in November to $3.58. In some states, the price just jumped a stunning 64%. Agriculture officials are blaming the avian flu or poor egg production. Families have also been eating eggs more to try and offset inflation. Rapper Cardi B even voiced her opinion, tweeting, quote, "Prices are ridiculous right now. You might as well eat outside." Another Twitter user said, "Eggs are the new Bitcoin." Funny. Hey, if you paid attention to what Johnny Depp was up to this summer, you know that Jeff Beck was a near constant companion as they toured together. Depp is said to be devastated by the death of his close friend. We told you that the legendary guitarist died from bacterial meningitis yesterday. Now an insider says the Pirates of the Caribbean actor was at his bedside. A source says Depp is trying to process the news. Back in July, the pair released an album called 18, and Depp said of Beck, "It's an extraordinary honor to play and write music with Jeff, one of the true greats and someone I am now privileged enough to call my brother." Hey, you can now prepare for your death on social media. There's a company that helps you set up your social so that in the event that you pass, your digital legacy, quote unquote, is secure. And that includes backing up your data with a digital executor. The company is called Dead Social. It's seeing a huge response and is currently building a larger system. You can check that out online. And who's going to be the big winner of the Mega Millions jackpot when there is a winner? Well, for one, the IRS. Even with a prize over $1 billion, investing and finance experts determine that the winner will take home far less than they think. Grid Capital CEO Genevieve Roch-Decter tweeted that the IRS will collect at least $200 million immediately if the winner selects the $568 million immediate cash payout. An investing outlet, Market Rebellion, tweeted, "Winner of $1.28 billion lottery gets $433.7 million after taxes." Well, the government sure does get what's theirs, don't they? And that's what's going on in the news, breaking and trending in the 7 o'clock hour. Oh, speaking of eggs, talking about those prices of eggs, Twitter users declaring eggs are now a luxury item. If you have eggs, you got to have money, right, to be able to afford a dozen eggs or so. Prices continue to soar on check out the Egg Exchange. Call now for your free brochure, it says. Hey, it's 7:15. Sports is coming your way right now. The Big Daddy makes his morning debut this morning. We'll have Danville Lady Admiral head girls basketball coach Judy Mason, who will join us this morning here on the show. The Lady Ads take on the Somerset Lady Jumpers. Should be a fun matchup tomorrow night, 6 o'clock in the 12th Region All-A Championship game. We will have that game on Z105 WRNZ FM. We'll be there live for the girl-boy doubleheader between Danville and Somerset in the 12th Region Championship games on Z105. And we'll talk with Coach Mason about that coming up right after this. Sports, though, right now brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stewartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stewart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stewart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stewartpowell.com.
Make your people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stewart Powell.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky's 71-68 loss to South Carolina has dropped them to 1-3 in the SEC. And apparently head coach John Calipari doesn't have any answers. Freshman guard Cason Wallace left the game early with an unspecified injury, while Jacob Toppin did not play because of injury. UK is at number 5 Tennessee Saturday on Z105. In the SEC last night, the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks had a battle at Arkansas when the smoke cleared. Number 4 Alabama had down number 15 Arkansas 84-69. Texas A&M surprised 20th-ranked Missouri 82-64, and Georgia defeated Mississippi State 58-50. Kentucky college scores last night: Western Kentucky 80, UAB 78, and Clemson 83, Louisville 70. There was one other top 25 matchup. Number 25 Marquette knocked off number 6 UConn 82-76. The Kentucky High School basketball RPI ratings are out. The 12th Region boys' top 5 are Pulaski County at number 1, followed by Lincoln County, Danville, Danville Christian Academy, and McCreary Central. The top 5 in the girls' 12th are Pulaski County, Danville, Danville Christian, Somerset, and Rockcastle County. In the boys' 12th Region All-A last night, it was Somerset 80, Somerset Christian 49. In girls' high school hoops, West Jessamine beat Bergen 62-40. Hometown Radio will bring you the 12th Region All-A Championship doubleheader tomorrow night from Somerset Christian. Girls game at 6 between Danville and Somerset. Boys game around 7:45 between Danville and Somerset on Z105 Friday night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR.
WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suites, bedroom suites, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience and customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 K Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Cane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
Hi, this is Jenny Holland, owner of the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, our commitment to quality and integrity guides every aspect of our business. You can trust our NutriGold line of certified, clean, organic, whole food vitamins, such as plant-based vitamins D3, C Gold, Zinc Gold for your immune system. NutriGold vitamins will be on sale every day to help you and your family stay healthy. We are located on 4th Street next to Sears. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. Great steak truly is just the beginning. Showers and thunderstorms hanging out with us today. 62 is your high. 33 is your low. About an inch of rain possible. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. 34 a high. Saturday, sunny and 39. Sunday, sunny and 50s a high. Right now, it's 7:22 in the morning. It's 55 degrees right here in Danville. We welcome on to the show Danville Lady Admiral basketball coach Judy Mason. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, Coach. Appreciate you being on. And Coach Mason joins us every Thursday morning throughout basketball season here on the show. And, Coach, it's hard to argue right now against your team and how well you all are playing, because I went back the last 25 years of Lady Admiral basketball, and I've not found a win streak this long. 15 consecutive wins, Coach. You all have not lost a game in your last 15. You're 15-1. You got a big win on Tuesday over Danville Christian Academy on a last-second layup by Love Mays. Coach, tell us what it is about your Lady Admirals that things are clicking for you right now.
Well, you know, they play with a lot of heart. This team really, really plays hard, and they enjoy the game. But, you know, I told them the other night, those 15 wins doesn't mean anything if we don't play well Friday night, you know, because the All-A is special to Danville and to Somerset. I've been at both places, and the All-A means a lot to Somerset also. So they're going to come in ready to play. But, you know, the other night, we got down, I think 3-something ago, we were down 7, and they called a timeout, and I just looked them in the eye, and I told them, I was like, this is what we live for. We've worked hard. You know, we got to get them in our running game. And I felt like at that point they were tired, and we just played with heart there at the end. And, you know, Love took it to the basket and scored and made a big basket. So people don't know Des was about probably 60-70%. She had her ankle Saturday and probably wouldn't have played if it wasn't the All-A. And she really sucked it up and played. And we're going to give her a couple days rest and get her on the bike, and hopefully she'll be good to go, you know, tomorrow night. I mean, I don't see any reason she wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But the other night, she really sucked it up and played.
Well, it's the second time, Coach, in 5 days that you all got down double digits and came back. You were down 17 last week against DCA, and I was calling that game. And, there in the first quarter, Coach, it seemed like DCA obviously was making literally everything they threw up. But you were calm and reserved, and you felt like you all had a chance regardless of how much you fell behind, that the girls had a chance. And slowly but surely, here come the Lady Admirals, and you end up winning by 6 in a game you trailed by 17 in.
Yeah, we did, and I did sit over there calm because I knew that game, it meant something, but it didn't mean anything. The district games have nothing to do with the All-A, and the All-A has nothing to do with the district games.
Yeah.
So, that wasn't the end of the run, but, you went in losing All-A, you're done with All-A for the season and have to take on the second part of your season.
Well, you got Somerset on Friday, Coach, and your All-A dreams stay alive. And, we know how good this Somerset team is, led by a very good head coach, Cassandra McWhorter. What do you know about this Somerset Lady Jumper team? They've won 10 games this year.
They have, and they're a very good ball club, and they're laden with seniors. The Bruner girls, if you hear the word Bruner, they're going to compete to the end.
Yeah.
With mom, with brothers, with everything. And then, they got a really good young core that's won the middle school state championships and AAU. So they're going to come in. They're hungry. I live in Somerset, so, I hear the talk. I read the newspaper. They think this is their year, and they're going to come in, and we're going to have to match their intensity because they may be the best ball club we've played this year. They're right up there with Pulaski County.
You said you used to coach at Somerset, and you mentioned the Bruner's mom. Did you happen to coach their mom?
I did, but she was cheerleading sponsor. I ain't that old.
I didn't know. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out the ages here. That's why I try to tiptoe around this. Yeah.
She was a cheerleading sponsor there when I was there, and does a heck of a job and goes to the nationals. So, they're a lot like their mothers. And so, I know Somerset, I know what they think of the All-A, and they're used to dominating it, and they're going to come in ready to play. But it's nice to see the Danville Somerset rivalry again with girls and boys.
I'm looking at Somerset's schedule, Coach. Did they not play a first-round All-A game?
Well, somehow they got luck of the draw. They had Bergen, and Bergen forfeited for some reason. And then Somerset Christian doesn't have a girls' team yet. Okay. They just have a JV. So they got, I guess, a double forfeit maybe.
Yeah, so they haven't played in a week. So you talk about your players. You have some that a little bit banged up. You all played a couple of days ago, and they should be good to go, but still not a whole lot of rest. And the Briar Jumpers, Lady Jumpers, haven't played in a week. Last time they played was last Friday.
Right, yeah, sometimes that's good and sometimes it's bad. You really don't know, especially when you're dealing with teenage girls. But I know Cassandra will have her team ready. They were going to come in ready to play. And like I said, they felt like they should have won it last year when DCA won it. So they're coming in hungry, and that's one of their main goals is to win the All-A region.
Yeah. Well, Coach, on Tuesday, you had a couple of big-time performances. You mentioned Love Mays and what a game she played. She had 34. But it's good to see Alea Quisenberry, who's back, and you all have won 15 straight. And now you get a dynamic player like Alea Quisenberry, who played her first minutes on Tuesday and scored 5 points against DCA.
She did, and, she had 8 rebounds, big rebounds.
Wow.
As little as she is because, DCA shoots a lot of threes, and her quickness, she chased some balls down. To be honest, I really wasn't planning on playing her a whole lot, throwing her in that big situation, but I really had to. And so she handled it really well and got better as the game went on. And, hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks, we can get her, to where she needs to be. Because like you said, this other group has played 16 games together. So she's just a little nervous right now, but, man, she's a player.
Yeah, she is a very good player, very talented player, Alea Quisenberry. Danville, Somerset, 6 o'clock tip-off for the girls' game. The boys' game will follow. It's the Somerset-Danville rivalry we've known for a long time, and this is the way it should be in the All-A championship game, and we'll be there tomorrow night for both the girls' and boys' game. We'll have the tip-off for the girls' game at 6 o'clock with the boys' game following on our sister station, Z105. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice today. We'll see you tomorrow night, okay?
All right, thank you. I want to tell the boys good luck also.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate that, Coach. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Bye. Yeah, so the boys will follow the girls' game. So that's Ed McKinney's Admirals and Judy Mason's Lady Admirals. So it's going to be Danville-Somerset. Like I said, it's the rivalry. It's that Danville-Somerset rivalry in football and baseball and basketball. It's funny, I was talking with someone, this was, I guess, during football season maybe. couple months ago. And they had mentioned it seems like anytime Danville is on the verge of doing something really good, that Somerset's right there trying to stop them. And it's vice versa, too. Anytime Somerset's on the verge of doing something really good, Danville's the roadblock right in their way. So we'll see if the Admirals and Lady Admirals can hop over that roadblock on Friday of Somerset and Danville, who we know for the longest time has almost always been in the 12th region All-A championship game and almost always in the All-A state tournament, trying to make their way back there after missing out on that last year, and the Danville Admirals trying to make their way back there as well after missing out on that last year. So we'll have the girl-boy doubleheader on Friday on Z105. We are 30 seconds away from bottom hour news on The Joe Show on WHIR.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, AM 1230 WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on 1230 WHIR.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Eastern Kentucky's flood damage topped $1 billion. That's according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, who included late July's tragedy in their list of 18 most financially damaging nationwide disasters of 2022. The death toll from the flooding in eastern Kentucky is up to 44, with Breathitt County's Vanessa Baker still missing. FEMA could buy flood-impacted homes in Perry County. That's after the county's judge executive, Scott Alexander, signed a contract yesterday for FEMA's Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. Alexander says the bill would allow people to sign up their property for purchase, allowing them to relocate to another area that's not in the flood zone. It's now going to lawmakers in Frankfort for the next step of the approval process. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is Monday, and at Berea College on that day, they'll be providing a workshop on teaching educators how to better teach Black history to students.
This is an opportunity to fill in gaps for educators who maybe don't feel as comfortable in terms of teaching Black history.
Shaka Cummings is the executive director of the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky, and he goes on to tell WKYT-TV it's also an important opportunity for educators to focus on Black history as it pertains to the state of Kentucky. Monday's workshop will be hosted at the Boone Tavern Hotel at Berea College. The Lexington Humane Society is taking care of dogs who were rescued from a hoarding situation. Tennessee authorities removed 76 dogs from a deplorable situation in the city of Dyer last month. Some of the animals were just a few weeks old. The Humane Society is now taking care of 7 of the dogs who will soon be in need of a forever home. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hello, this is Beth Coyle from your local Medicine Shop Pharmacy. If you have a cough or cold, we have the relief. When suffering from a nasty cough or seasonal cold, the next best thing to a hot bowl of soup is a visit to your locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy. We'll provide the comfort you are seeking by talking with you about your symptoms and recommending the proper over-the-counter medications to ease your discomfort. Plus, we will fill the cough and cold prescriptions prescribed by your doctor promptly and carefully. The Medicine Shop also provides many services that will help you out, like free delivery in Danville, free weekly medication packaging, and we will work with your insurance company to make sure you receive maximum benefits from your plan. Now, don't you feel better? Stop by today to discover a friendly, knowledgeable pharmacy staff that cares about you and your community. We have fast, friendly service in store. We also have free delivery in Danville, and you can order online at medicineshop.com. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 900 Houstonville Road in Danville. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to noon. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescriptions.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCA's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to your home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Friday night. It's a girl-boy doubleheader as the Admirals take on the Briar Jumpers in the 12th Region All-A Championship. The girls' game starts at 6 o'clock. The boys' game follows at 7:30. We'll make that trip to Somerset for that girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have it on Z105. On Saturday, 2 games. UK takes on Tennessee. 10:30 pregame, 12 noon tip on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Scott County. 7:30 tip on 99.5 FM. WHBN. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A big project is underway in Danville. The Kendall and Friends Foundation, which is known for building all-inclusive playgrounds in central Kentucky, announced yesterday a new endeavor.
We are super excited. We've kind of been keeping it under wraps. We are officially announcing that we are building an all-inclusive facility.
That's Crimson Claycomb, founder of the Kendall and Friends Foundation. That all-inclusive facility will be on Danville's Shakertown Road, right next door to the Hometown Radio Network studios. Kendall and Friends Foundation acquired 5 acres of land where the project will take place. And now for phase 1, the building of the all-inclusive baseball field. Work on that will begin quickly.
We play the first weekend in August through the first weekend in October. Our goal would be to be on this field come August, the first weekend in August.
That's phase 1 with a completion date by the end of the fall. Phase 2 would include an all-inclusive sports complex, including an indoor-outdoor playground and gymnasium. It'll end with phase 3, an indoor and outdoor all-inclusive aquatic center. All of that will be built right next door to the Hometown Radio Network and across the street from Danville Christian Academy on Shakertown Road. Today's the second of the 2-day Megget Open interview days. If you're looking for a new career, Megget in Danville is having open interviews for those looking for a new job. It's today from 8 o'clock until 3. Bring your resume and apply for one of 3 jobs: production subassembler, production associate CNC machinist, and carbon furnace operator. It'll all take place at their carbon plant on Corporate Drive in Danville. For questions, visit Megget in Danville on Facebook or tune into the live broadcast today from 11 o'clock until 1 on Z105. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Friday night. It's a girl-boy doubleheader as the Admirals take on the Briar Jumpers in the 12th Region All-A Championship. The girls' game starts at 6 o'clock. The boys' game follows at 7:30. We'll make that trip to Somerset for that girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have it on Z105. On Saturday, 2 games. UK takes on Tennessee. 10:30 pregame, 12 noon tip on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Scott County. 7:30 tip on 99.5 FM. WHBN.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. You get cloudy skies. A high today of 62. Rain showers. A low tonight of 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 34. Saturday, sunny and 40 is the high. Right now, it's 7:39. 56 degrees. Tyler Miller's on the telephone. Telephone Tyler. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Doing good. Have you had your sausage biscuit mustard yet, Joe?
I have not. No, I'm actually drinking a strawberry, protein shake right now is what I'm having for breakfast.
Strawberry. I do like strawberries.
My favorite flavor out of all the three, the big three, which I consider vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Strawberry is my favorite, then vanilla. Chocolate's the last. I think chocolate flavored like ice cream and things like that, to me, they leave me more thirsty than when I started, and I don't want something that's supposed to be refreshing to leave me needing something else after I eat it.
Yeah, I kind of get that, but you're leaving one out. You know which one that is, don't you?
No, I don't.
That's great. Yeah, grape Kool-Aid. Grape Kool-Aid, can't beat it.
Is that your go-to drink, grape Kool-Aid?
Yep, or tropical punch.
There you go. Tyler's on here with the County Agent's Corner giving us Kool-Aid suggestions and County Agent tips. Brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Miller.
All right. Actually, I need to clear something up before we begin. I said grape Kool-Aid. I'm going to back up a little bit, and what I was talking about is Flavor Aid. Grape Flavor Aid. I don't know what it is, but it goes down so well.
Flavor Aid. That's the off-brand, the knockoff of Kool-Aid, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep, it is. You go to Save a Lot, and you can buy all you want. Just don't shop at my Save a Lot. So today we are talking about fire ants. Fire ants have been in the state since about 2000. They've been mostly in the western side of the state. These ants have moved north, and we're not really registered as a state that would be considered invaded yet, but we do have fire ant mounds. Now, fire ant mounds have been found in the southern Kentucky border up along the Tennessee line, and they are finding more and more of these fire ant mounds. Now, we definitely, these are a pest, they're a nuisance. We don't want these fire ants. So if you do think you come across a mound, don't poke it, don't play in it. Just call somebody. Call your extension agent and say, hey, I think we got a fire ant mound that we need to report. The agent will come out, take a look, take some pictures, record the location. We'll get that turned in. And if it's a fire ant, we're going to take the proper measures in destroying that mound. Now, they are known for their mound-like nest, and these can vary in size and be large as up to 24 to 18 inches tall. The mound kind of has a very fluffy soil look to it, and usually we'll find these mounds in open, sunny areas on level ground, maybe on a southern-facing slope, but they're not typically going to be in just wooded areas. So that's kind of what the mound looks like. If the mound is disturbed, the ants are said to boil out. They're very aggressive on the exit if the mound is disturbed any. So don't go poking your finger through it or a short stick. That wouldn't be good. But yeah, we've got them moving up from Tennessee. They are in our southern counties. They're getting close. So just keep your eye out as you're out and about. And if you see any fire ant mounds, call your extension agent and let them know. That's your County Agent's Corner. God bless.
Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office, in this morning's County Agent's Corner. All right, Tyler, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, good. This segment right here in the Joe Show, proudly sponsored by Tyler Miller and the Lincoln County Extension Office. Here we go, Tyler. Number one, giving birth in the United States is more than 20 times as lethal as skydiving is.
Wow.
So that's not a very encouraging fact, but giving birth, you're more than likely to die, 20 times more likely to die giving birth than you are in a skydiving accident in the U.S.
Man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Number 2, if you cry in space, if you go to space and cry, your tears don't fall because there's no gravity. They just kind of stay up by your eyes until you wipe them away.
Huh, well, you just blame it on getting poked in the eye.
Well, tears really well up in your eyes in space. They don't. They just well there. Yeah. Number 3, FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was the first president whose mother voted for him. Now, he was the 4th president elected after women got the right to vote, but Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover's mothers had all passed away before they ran. So FDR's mom actually got to vote for him for president.
That's neat.
Yeah, that's a nice little random fact there. Number 4, the first 6 gladiators on American Gladiators, the TV show, were supposed to be named Catalyst, Dominoes, Evander, Willie, Lace, and Zap. Lace and Zap survived. The other 4, though, were renamed to sound cooler before the show debuted in 1989. That's how they ended up with the names Malibu, Nitro, Gemini, and Sunny. Do you remember the show American Gladiators, Tyler? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, they had these big, muscular men and women, and they did challenges against each other and all that. Yep. And number 5, elephants are afraid of bees. And today I found out a fact that me and elephants have something similar in common. We are both afraid of bees because I don't like bees either. I know they serve a purpose, but that doesn't mean I have to like them. So elephants are afraid of bees. There you go. Tyler, appreciate you being on. You have a good, fun, and safe Thursday. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All right. Hey, tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday the 13th at that.
Oh, it is.
Yes. There you go. Tyler, appreciate it. Talk to you then, okay? Bye. Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office. And this morning's County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It's Thursday, January the 12th, and Mimi Becker will give us a call in. We'll talk with Mimi Becker right after this quick break, and then we've got Mimi on here next.
Doug DNC Small Engine falls upon us. Do a full sale service, repair on all ATVs, side-by-sides. Also, get your chainsaws sharpened, service. We're ready for the winter. Cut up that firewood. We're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, located 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine. It's a reminder, too, also that we are offering auto and truck tires. We'll get you serviced and ready for the winter. Come see us for the best prices around and best service. 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine, 859-209-2615. 209-2615. Come see us.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky's 71-68 loss to South Carolina has dropped them to 1-3 in the SEC. And apparently head coach John Calipari doesn't have any answers. Freshman guard Cason Wallace left the game early with an unspecified injury, while Jacob Toppin did not play because of injury. UK is at number 5 Tennessee Saturday on Z105. In the SEC last night, the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks had a battle at Arkansas when the smoke cleared. Number 4 Alabama had down number 15 Arkansas 84-69. Texas A&M surprised 20th-ranked Missouri 82-64, and Georgia defeated Mississippi State 58-50. Kentucky college scores last night: Western Kentucky 80, UAB 78, and Clemson 83, Louisville 70. There was one other top 25 matchup. Number 25 Marquette knocked off number 6 UConn 82-76. The Kentucky High School basketball RPI ratings are out. The 12th region boys top 5 are Pulaski County at number 1, followed by Lincoln County, Danville Christian Academy, and McCreary Central. The top 5 in the girls' 12th are Pulaski County, Danville Christian, Somerset, and Rockcastle County. In the boys' 12th region All-A last night, it was Somerset 80, Somerset Christian 49. In girls' high school hoops, West Jessamine beat Bergen 62-40. Hometown Radio will bring you the 12th Region All-A Championship doubleheader tomorrow night from Somerset Christian. Girls game at 6 between Danville and Somerset on Z105 Friday night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
One of the most trusted names in jewelry is B&L Jewelers. For years, we've been helping you and your neighbors say, I love you, happy anniversary, even here's something just because. At B&L Jewelers, you could trust us for everything from an elegant engagement diamond to that watch repair. Want custom jewelry and design? Trust us. Want repairs? Trust us. Want prices that compete with the chain stores? But with local hometown service, you can always trust B&L Jewelers. Why? Because the staff at B&L Jewelers truly knows jewelry. And it's time for us to get to know you. Tell you what, stop in for a free jewelry cleaning and inspection and say hello. Love gets better at B&L Jewelers, located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Dillahay and call ahead for an appointment is all you got to do. 236-2299. 236-2299 Danville Auto Body Shop. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm today, a high of 62. A low tonight, 33. An inch of rain or so possible. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 34. Saturday, sunshine and a high of 40. Right now, it's 7:50 in the morning, and it's Thursday, January the 12th. It's 57 degrees, and we welcome on to the show Mimi Becker from the Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Good morning, Mimi. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I am great, Mimi. Appreciate you calling in this morning. What do we got going on in the Arts Commission this week?
Well, I just want to thank both the City Commission of Danville and the Fiscal Court, the Boyle County Fiscal Court. Both of those bodies invited us to come to their very first meeting of the year. So it was very obviously historic with new board members, new fiscal court magistrates. And the purpose they invited us to come for was to introduce and recognize publicly the Art Citizen of the Year and Madeline Worley, and the recognition that we gave to Farmers Market. And I feel like the people in the county just need to know how responsive those two organizations were, and so proud to be part of those presentations. So that's really, really important. But also, the city is hosting the student art exhibit from KSD for the month of January, and the county will be hosting a student art exhibit from Woodlawn for the month of February. So anybody who visits those two buildings will be really impressed to see art from students who are just living right here and being taught right here in our county and city schools and KSD. The second thing, and then I'm finished for this week, check out our Facebook page. I invited the KSD senior, Alex, to come and talk about his piece of art. And I filmed it, and it is posted on our Facebook page. And it has, I guess for a local video, it's almost gone viral. We're way over 3,500 views of that video. And it's Alex very eloquently describing how he created and what his inspiration was for the piece of art that he has, one of the pieces he has 4 in the exhibit. So we're just really grateful that he was willing to share, and he is so proud and should be of his work. His teacher, Alex Heckert, is an extraordinary art teacher, and we're very pleased that someone, actually, she is a Danville native, attended Danville High School, and returned to serve the schools in our county. So that's my story for this week. Check out our Facebook page. You will be very impressed with the exhibit and Alex. And stop by City Hall if you have the chance. And stop by the fiscal court next month. There you go. That's
there
my
it
story.
is. Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Mimi, if people have any questions, how can they get in touch with you?
859-236-2361. You can leave a message and it gets translated to an email, or check out, of course, our Facebook page and our website, danvillearts.org.
There it is. Mimi, thanks for being on. We'll talk to you again next Thursday, okay?
Thank you.
Bye. That's Danville Boyle County Arts Commission, Mimi Becker. She's on the show every Thursday morning around 7:50, giving us an update on what's going on there at the Arts Commission. Boy, that FAA computer outage yesterday caused all kinds of issues. The Federal Aviation Administration, thousands of flight delays, cancellations as well after a computer outage, some sort of glitch in the computer system. And we have audio from a recent flight after the FAA went down. Here's how that audio sounded here in the show. That's how the audio sounded on a recent flight. Hey, let's see what's going on in the world of weird before we do that. We got to talk about Jeff Beck. Guitarist, one of the all-time great guitarists in the history of music. Jeff Beck died Tuesday, actually, after contracting bacterial meningitis at the age of 78 years old. Beck, of course, a two-time member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. As a member of the Yardbirds, this is their song For Your Love. And then as a solo artist, he also won 7 Grammy Awards. Beck's career really took off when he succeeded Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds in 1965. During his career, they released the hits Heart Full of Soul, I'm a Man, Shapes of Things, and Over, Under, Sideways, Down. After leaving that band in 1966, he formed the Jeff Beck Group, which initially included Rod Stewart on vocals and Ronnie Wood on bass. Last year, he released an album with Johnny Depp called 18 and played on 2 songs on Ozzy Osbourne's latest album called Patient Number 9. Depp reportedly was at Beck's bedside when Beck died at the age of 78. Bacterial meningitis was the cause Jeff Beck died, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Let's head out west if we can get on a flight out west to the world of weird and flying into LAX as we see that Hollywood sign and see what celebrities are up to today in the showbiz segment. Nick Cannon has enough kids. He won't miss just 2 of them, right? Mariah Carey is reportedly seeking primary custody of their twins, Moroccan and Monroe. They're both 11 years old. A source says, quote, she wants to put him on notice that he can't just come in and out of their lives while he attends to his other children, and she wants legal standing as the twins' primary caregiver. The kids are already with Mariah most of the time, so not a lot would change other than the legal status. Okay. Mindy Kaling's animated Velma series landed on HBO Max today, and if you saw the trailer that released yesterday, you'd probably notice an important Scooby-Doo character was missing from this trailer. Scooby-Doo. Well, for starters, it's an origin story about Velma and the events that led to her assembling Fred, Daphne, and Norville, which is Shaggy. Back at New York Comic-Con in October, the showrunner said they wanted to separate it from the children's show since this one will have some mature elements. But the main reason is Warner Brothers Animation didn't give them permission to use Scooby. The first 2 episodes premiered today. New episodes will come out Thursdays until the finale on February the 9th. Hey, Golden Globes host Jared Carmichael had some pretty good material, but one particular joke landed with a thud. There was a very awkward silence when he said, so we are here live from the hotel that killed Whitney Houston, the Beverly Hilton. Not surprisingly, Whitney's loved ones did not appreciate that line. Her sister-in-law, Pat, who's also the executor of her estate, said, quote, the Whitney Houston estate is disappointed in that joke, and it felt it was in very poor taste. That wasn't Jared's only clunker, by the way. He also got a very muted reaction to a joke about Tom Cruise in Scientology. And new year, new career for Frankie Muniz. The Malcolm in the Middle star announced on Instagram yesterday that he was moving on to the next phase of his career, a NASCAR driver. Yes, you heard me right. Frankie Muniz will race full-time for Rhett Jones Racing in the ARCA Series. and he's set to compete in 20 races over the course of this season. The first ARCA race of this year is February 18th at Daytona, the day before the Daytona 500. Muniz has been chasing his racing dream since the mid-2000s. He competed 5 times in the now defunct Toyota Celebrity Race during the IndyCar Long Beach Grand Prix weekend with a best finish of 3rd place. Frankie Muniz is now a NASCAR driver. Whitney Houston's estate is upset about a joke from last night's Golden Globes. Mindy Kaling's Velma will not include Scooby-Doo. And Mariah Carey seeking primary custody of her twins with Nick Cannon. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Weird. We are 30 seconds away from top hour news and the 8 o'clock in the morning hour on the Joe Show.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience in customer service forward. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
NBC News Radio on Scott Carr. In California, the death toll from multiple storms to hit that state is now up to 19. Sheriffs in Sonoma County says the death toll rose Wednesday after a person was found in a car submerged in water. It's the 7th atmospheric river storm to pound California since Christmas. Nurses at 2 New York City hospitals have reached a tentative agreement, ending a strike that started earlier this week. More than 7,000 nurses are now expected to come back to work today. Their deal includes a 19% raise and 170 new nursing positions at Montefiore Hospital. No word yet on the details at Mount Sinai. The soaring price of eggs continues to be a hot topic on Twitter.
According to the Consumer Price Index, the price for a carton of eggs jumped 49.1% in November to $3.58. Agriculture officials are blaming the avian flu for poor egg production. Rapper Cardi B even voiced her opinion, tweeting, "Prices are so ridiculous right now, you might as well go out to eat." I'm Mark Mayfield.
Lawyers for President Biden have found a second batch of classified documents from Biden's time as vice president. That's after lawyers found a smaller number of classified documents at an office Biden had used after leaving the Obama administration. NBC News reports more documents have now been found at another location. The president said this week he was surprised to learn of any records found, and he's unaware of what's in them. Republican Senator Ted Cruz is now calling on lawmakers to reform the FAA after an outage Wednesday caused it to ground flights. Fallout from a system glitch in the FAA's aviation network is still causing hundreds of flight delays and cancellations today. The FAA says a corrupted computer file was the cause. Bloomberg reports say Apple is considering the release of a MacBook Pro laptop with a touchscreen as soon as the year 2025. It would mark a reversal for Apple, which has argued against touchscreen laptops for years due to ergonomics. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Are people having fun playing Kentucky games of skill? Games of skill are totally legal, challenging video games where you win cash for your skill. But these games do more than just create fun. They create critical Kentucky jobs and allow local restaurants, bar and tavern owners, and local fraternity organizations to stay in business during tough times. To ensure their survival, the Kentucky Coalition of Small Businesses and Fraternity Clubs who operate skill games are calling on the Kentucky State Legislature to pass additional regulations supporting skill games and cracking down on all illegal gambling in Kentucky. Call your legislators. Tell them to stand with the law-abiding, tax-paying Kentucky small business owners, fraternal clubs, and employees who survive thanks to legal skill games. Tell them to protect all legal forms of entertainment, including games of skill, from illegal gambling. Paid for by the Kentucky Merchants and Amusement Coalition Incorporated.
The new sheriff of El Paso County in Texas is promising to keep that community safe while protecting the constitutional rights of the people he serves. Joe Roybal, who was sworn in as El Paso County's 29th sheriff this week, says he'll also prioritize relationships with minority communities.
That's one of my key jobs, is to reach out to the community, like I stated earlier. I think with me, I have a slight advantage. I mentioned earlier that I'm a Hispanic sheriff, so maybe I have the ability to reach out to those communities. Maybe the opportunity will present itself easier because of that.
Roybal replaces Sheriff Bill Elder, who held the post since 2014. Calls for the resignation of New York Congressman George Santos are growing. A group of New York Republicans has demanded Santos step down for repeatedly lying about key details of his background on the campaign trail.
George Santos does not have the ability to serve here in the House of Representatives and should resign.
That's freshman Congressman Anthony Desposito, who represents New York's 4th District. He says Santos' many hurtful lies and mistruths have irreparably broken the trust of his constituents. Santos has resisted calls to give up his seat. Connecticut-based Subway restaurants may soon go up for sale. Trey Thomas has details.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the global sandwich company is considering selling the business. That could be valued at over $10 billion. Subway is one of the world's largest fast food chains with over 37,000 restaurants in over 100 countries. The privately owned company hasn't commented on the report. I'm Trey Thomas.
English rock legend Jeff Beck, dead at the age of 78. His family confirming this week the news in a statement saying he recently contracted bacterial meningitis and passed away peacefully Tuesday. Jeff Beck rose to prominence with the Yardbirds in the 60s, is regarded one of the most innovative guitar players of his generation. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Royal Flush Piping is proud to announce their new septic tank pumping service. Health departments recommend septic tanks be pumped every 3 to 5 years based on home occupancy. Regular pumping keeps your septic system operating and avoids backups and rotten smells. Should you need excavation and location service, it's available for an additional fee. Call now to schedule a pumping.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush. 859-319-1286.
Call now to schedule a pumping.
Available 24 hours a day, so you don't have to wait. Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286.
They just did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where's this shit, Steve? With his Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal at the inventory at ChryslerLawrenceburg.com. And get on down to US 127 to the new with us Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Hey, it's your dealer today, and with us Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's the 12th day of this first month of 2023 and a cloudy day at that. And going to be seeing some rain showers, thunderstorms move in, and that big line of storms that I mentioned earlier in the show that was on the Kentucky-Indiana border is now moving east and is heading this way. So we'll get some rain, maybe some lightning as well, some heavy rain showers and thunder coming in here over the next couple of hours. Forecast is coming your way. News is first. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Stanford Police and Kentucky State Police are investigating a potential accident that happened late Tuesday night at Stanford Elementary School. Stanford Police say yesterday morning when school staff began arriving, they noticed signs of a possible accident or injury. Investigations show the injury may have occurred sometime late Tuesday night around 11 o'clock, and police say the staff member involved in that accident was scheduled to be there during that time frame. As the potential incident became known Wednesday morning, Stanford Police cleared the school building before children began their normal activities, and they deemed the building safe, and there was no danger to students or staff. There were also no other staff members present at the time, and law enforcement has been in contact with that staff member who is being treated in a medical facility with a significant but non-life-threatening injury. Stanford Police and Kentucky State Police are investigating. Tonight is the free expungement clinic in Danville. A host of community partners have joined together to host this expungement clinic, which will offer education regarding Kentucky's process of expungement of criminal records. Attorneys will be on the site at the event to consult with individuals needing more information about eligibility for expungement. Representatives will also share information on employment, training, and educational opportunities, and substance use and mental health treatment and recovery resources. There will also be information on housing, public and government benefits, veterans questions, and domestic violence protective orders, as well as free dinner for attendees. For questions, contact 859-516-5348. That's 859-516-5348. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world, stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WIMAC.
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh french fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Proton Greek American Eats in Danville and the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
As prescription costs rise, many Medicare beneficiaries are having difficulty keeping up. If you or someone you know is finding it difficult to pay for prescriptions, the Kentucky Department for Aging and Independent Living State Health Insurance Program may be able to help. SHIP counselors can guide you to money-saving prescription assistance programs, including a program that helps pay Medicare Part D plan costs for limited-income seniors. For more information, call 1-877-293-7447.
Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends at the Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net and sign up for money-saving deals from local businesses. Get gift certificates up to half off. Now that, my friend, is just a big old deal. Hometownlive.net. Click on the Big Deals online store. Get all the email big deals from Hometown Live. Rain showers, thunderstorms are possible mainly before 5 o'clock this afternoon. It is coming this way. High today of 62, a low tonight of 33. Tomorrow, you get an early chance of snow flurries there on Friday. Mostly cloudy, high of 34. Saturday, sunshine, a high Saturday of 40. And then Sunday, sunshine, and back up into the low 50s as a high. Right now, it is 8:10 in the morning, 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio this morning here on the Joe Show. Let's see what's going on in this morning's sports report as we start off this 8 o'clock hour, as we always do. Starting off in the NFL, well, Damar Hamlin continues to trend on the positive side of things. Concerning Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin, he was discharged from Buffalo General Medical Center, the Gates Vascular Institute, yesterday, sent home to continue his recovery. Dr. Jamie Nadler says a series of tests and evaluations and a consultation with the Bills physicians leave them confident that Hamlin, quote, can be safely discharged to continue his rehabilitation at home and with the team. Bills quarterback Josh Allen tells Kyle Brandt that he was planning on telling the Bengals that they weren't going to continue the game after the Damar Hamlin injury, only to realize that Joe Burrow and the Bengals were on their way to tell them the same exact thing. They were kind of on the same page. Here's Josh Allen talking about it. Yes, staying in the NFL, going into Wild Card Weekend, there are a couple of key injury notes that'll no doubt leave some teams with serious implications. First of all, the Miami Dolphins confirmed Tua Tagovailoa will not play against the Bills. Instead, Skylar Thompson will. There's been optimism among the Ravens nation that Lamar Jackson will play, but it's not looking good, and that is a huge boost for the Bengals' chances against the Ravens. Yeah, that's tough for Lamar and the Ravens, and that's what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. It's 8:12 in the morning, 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in, 238-9447. Let's talk about, very quickly, what happened yesterday with air travel. And it's something that has never happened before. And the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, might know what caused them to ground every plane in the U.S. yesterday for the first time since 9/11. Every single flight was grounded. And they think that it was one corrupted file. Now, if you're just catching up on all this, they issued a nationwide order around 7:30 yesterday morning that stopped all flights from taking off. The issue was their NOTAM system. NOTAM stands for Notice to Air Missions, NOTAM. Notice to Air Missions, and people immediately thought that it might have been a cyber attack. Now, the White House said that they didn't think it was, but they're not ruling that out yet. Planes were taken off an hour or two later, but it caused a massive backlog. By last night, over 1,300 flights had been canceled. More than 10,000 had been delayed. Remarkable stuff that happened because of one corrupted file. The FAA is hoping things get back to normal today. So here are a few updates that we've seen on this. First of all, number one, they think a single corrupted file did cause this, and it tanked the primary systems and the backup systems. They're still looking into this, how it got corrupted. But again, they say there's no evidence yet of it being a cyber attack. The FAA, number two, did know there was a problem Tuesday afternoon, and the only way to fix it was to reboot the entire system. They decided to do it early yesterday morning to get it done before most flights would be taking off, but it ended up taking longer than expected. It's like when your computer has an issue and you reboot it and you sit there and wonder if the thing's ever going to come back on. This is what this reminds me of. Number three, this has never happened before. The Associated Press asked aviation experts, and they could not remember a tech issue ever causing something this significant and widespread. A former vice president of American Airlines said there are local issues sometimes, but this was a pretty significant one historically. Number four, the system is very outdated. This is a system that's been around since 1947, and it used to be phone-based. Now it's all online, but politicians are calling for an overhaul. In fact, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says he agrees it's time to talk about it and make sure this doesn't ever happen again. Number five, Canada also had its own issues. This was not just a United States thing. Their NOTAM system went down for a few hours later after ours did, but their backup system worked, whereas ours didn't. So it didn't cause delays. Officials ruled out a cyber attack on that and said they don't think it was related to the U.S. outage at all, which is just odd that they both have outages at the same time, but they're not related to each other, I don't think. Number six, the UK had a cyber incident, too, with its mail service. They didn't call that a cyber attack, but it's still not clear what happened. They said it caused minor delays with mail being delivered overseas. It's not clear if that's related at all. So you have the U.S. with their flight system, quote-unquote, hacked, but delayed. You have Canada with their own issues on the same exact system, but they say it's not related and it's not a cyber attack. And you have the UK with a mail service interruption that they also say is not a cyber attack. Okay. And number seven, this all came, of course, 2 weeks after major flight delays around the holidays. Those were caused by winter weather and issues at Southwest Airlines. But two major issues back-to-back doesn't have people feeling real confident right now in air travel. So that's what we know right now at this moment of the FAA and what they're releasing and what caused all of those flights to be grounded at the same time yesterday for the first time in nearly 22 years. The first time since September the 11th of 2001 that all flights were grounded as the FAA dealt with an issue in their NOTAM system that lets them relay information to the pilots inside the cockpit. It's 8:17 Sports coming your way with the Big Daddy. We'll have that. We'll come back and we'll see what's gone on this date, January the 12th. That makes this date a date to remember.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky's 71-68 loss to South Carolina has dropped them to 1-3 in the SEC. And apparently head coach John Calipari doesn't have any answers. Freshman guard Cason Wallace left the game early with an unspecified injury, while Jacob Toppin did not play because of injury. UK is at number 5 Tennessee Saturday on Z105. In the SEC last night, the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks had a battle at Arkansas. When the smoke cleared, number 4 Alabama had down number 15 Arkansas 84-69. Texas A&M surprised 20th-ranked Missouri 82-64, and Georgia defeated Mississippi State 58-50. Kentucky college scores last night: Western Kentucky 80, UAB 78, and Clemson 83, Louisville 70. There was one other top 25 matchup. Number 25 Marquette knocked off number 6 UConn 82-76. The Kentucky High School basketball RPI ratings are out. The 12th region boys top 5 are Pulaski County at number 1, followed by Lincoln County, Danville Christian Academy, and McCreary Central. The top 5 in the girls' 12th are Pulaski County, Danville Christian, Somerset, and Rockcastle County. In the boys' 12th region All-A last night, it was Somerset 80, Somerset Christian 49. In girls' high school hoops, West Jessamine beat Bergen 62-40. Hometown Radio will bring you the 12th region All-A championship doubleheader tomorrow night from Somerset Christian. Girls game at 6 between Danville and Somerset. Boys game around 7:45 between Danville and Somerset on Z105 Friday night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 2 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty and 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
What about it? Brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. Rain showers and thunderstorms a possibility today. A high of 62. I think it's better than a possibility. I think it's definitely going to happen. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high of 34, low of 24. Saturday, sunshine 40. Sunday, sunshine 50. 58 degrees right now. 238 WHIR 238-9447. Pretty heavy storms are west of us, starting to creep into the Washington and Marion County areas. And Greene County as well certainly is getting hit right now. So it'll be coming this way. And we'll be looking at that as it makes its way in. We expected rain and expected storms today, so nothing out of the ordinary that we didn't expect. 238 WHIR to call in. We'd love to have you on the show this morning. 238-9447. Let's go over birthdays again. Been a while since we've given a couple of birthday shout-outs today. Scott Bottom's having a birthday today. Mr. DOE himself is 60 years old. Happy Scott Bottom's Day today, 60 years old. Go by DOE, tell him happy birthday. Donna Smith has a birthday today. Happy birthday to Donna. One of my cousins, Corey Staggerwall, is having a birthday today. He's 37 years old. Grady Bentley has a birthday. Grady's 39. And Lindsey Bryant has a birthday today as well. The 5 names that we have down alongside Philip Cheek, whose name was texted to me earlier this morning. So a total of 6 names that we have. 238-9447. We'd love to have you on 238 WHIR. It is 8:22 in the morning, and let's see what this ad has to say for us. Yeah, must be 21 or older to try those soups out. Let's see what's going on this day, January 12th. That's made this date a date to remember. And starts off on this date in 1773. On this date, 1773, the first ever public museum was established in the U.S. Charlestown, South Carolina. It's Charleston, South Carolina, which is, I guess, what's called Charlestown at that point. Charleston, South Carolina, on this date, 1773, the first public museum was established on this date. It was on this date, 1967, after being off the network on NBC for 8 years, this TV show returned 8 years later. Dragnet returned on this date, 1967, to TV after 8 years of being off. It was on this date, 1971. This show premiered on CBS, and aside from the fact that this show went on to become legendary, the episode was remarkable for featuring the first ever toilet flush on television. All in the Family debuted on this date in 1971, a show that was so politically incorrect it was awesome. On this date, 1971. It was on this date, 1981. Dynasty premiered on ABC on this date in 1981. It was on this date in 1981, Dynasty premiered. On this date, 2013, something called the Mile High Miracle took place. It was a football game between the Broncos and the Ravens. And the Broncos were up 35-28 with about 69 seconds left in that game. And the Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco heaved a 70-yard touchdown pass to receiver Jacoby Jones to tie the game. The Ravens would later go on to win in overtime and then later go on to win the Super Bowl. Here's a clip of the broadcaster calling the famous Mile High Miracle play. And it's Greg Gumbel, I believe, calling that game. 2013, the Mile High Miracle. It was on this date, 2014. True Detective, a crime drama starring Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, debuted on HBO. It was on this date in 2017 in a surprise presentation. President Barack Obama awarded Vice President Joe Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The campaign just patting each other on the back. Later, during an appearance on ABC, The View, Biden said he had no idea about the honor and said it shocked the heck out of him. Here's a clip of President Obama presenting Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And it was on this date in 2019, Missy Elliott becomes the first female rapper ever to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame on this date in 2019. And that's what's gone on this day, January the 12th, that has made this date a date to remember. It's 58 degrees, cloudy on this Thursday, January the 12th, here in Danville.
Oh, it is so true. A nasty car don't run good. You want to make sure you get your car running great by looking great. Go to Thoroughbred Car Wash off Perryville Road, Danville. Your car will love you for it. Nothing better than a clean car from Thoroughbred Car Wash, Danville.
At the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah.
That's Thoroughbred Car Wash in the Big Lot Shopping Center.
Are you tired of just working a job? Are you ready and in need of a career change? The next 55 seconds could change your life. Parker Megan in Danville's in need of talent and are holding open interviews this Thursday from 8 till 3. If you want job security and stability, a $2 per hour night shift premium with rotating schedule that allows you to be off half of the year while still getting full-time benefits, Parker Meggitt wants you. Featuring affordable comprehensive health insurance and a $600 deductible option, effective within 30 days, Parker Meggitt wants you. Plus, you get paid holidays, paid sick time, paid parental leave, 401k matching, and more. Parker Meggitt is looking for you. The future you've been looking for is as close as Parker Meggitt in Danville, 190 Corporate Drive. Just bring your resume to Parker Meggitt this Thursday with open interviews 8 to 3. Parker Meggitt, 190 Corporate Drive in Danville. They enable you to become extraordinary.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
ADA's on the way.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Hank Williams Jr., country music singers. Oh, it's been a real big family. All right, 30 seconds away from our 8:30 bottom hour news, and we'll see what's coming up in the next half hour with Wedding Planning with Pim. Grub Gab, the world of food will be coming your way as well. And at 8:50 this morning, on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, we'll see what's made this date a date to remember. We already saw just in a historical setting, but what's made it a date to remember in the pop, R&B, and music world, coming up at 8:50 this morning. Right now, it's 8:30. Here's KNN News.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentuckians should be preparing for higher utility bills that after last month's winter storm. Officials say LG&E and KU customers are expecting an increase after Arctic conditions caused havoc across the Commonwealth. The surge in demand during the storm is partly to blame for the rise. Kentucky's low-income home energy assistance program could be of help for those who are struggling to pay their bills. A Laurel County woman wanted on a murder indictment warrant is in custody. Police records show 39-year-old Danielle Kelly was booked yesterday morning and is being held in the Laurel County Correctional Center. A grand jury indicted her back in November on a murder charge, as well as 3 counts of first-degree assault in connection with a fatal DUI incident. Kelly did not appear in court, leading to a police search for her. Officials found her hiding in a closet at a Knox County home. Berea College is hosting an educators workshop on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The workshop focuses on teaching educators how to improve on providing students a Black history education. The executive director of the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky tells WKYT-TV.
So it's a great opportunity to be able to look at the local history within Kentucky and really elevate and share those stories of Black Kentuckians who have done incredible things that impact our lives on a daily basis.
Shaka Cummings says the workshop is an opportunity to fill the gap for educators who may not feel as comfortable in terms of teaching Black history. The Lexington Humane Society is taking care of dogs who were rescued from a hoarding situation. Tennessee authorities removed 76 dogs from the deplorable situation in the city of Dyer last month. Some of the animals were just a few weeks old. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I studied Spanish in college and never got fluent, but then I tried Babbel.
Want the most effective way to learn another language? In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons will have you learning another language in as little as 3 weeks.
Babbel is all conversation-based, so it gets you speaking quickly about things you actually talk about in the real world.
You'll really see a difference in how you can speak and how conversational you can be in just a few weeks.
Babbel isn't just lessons. You can listen to podcasts, play games, watch videos. You can even take live online classes with a language teacher. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel.
The lessons online and in the app make it easy to learn from pretty much anywhere. University studies have shown that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college Spanish. If you want to learn a new language, there's no better way than Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A big project is underway in Danville. The Kendall and Friends Foundation, which is known for building all-inclusive playgrounds in Central Kentucky, announced yesterday a new endeavor.
We are super excited. We've kind of been keeping it under wraps. We are officially announcing that we are building an all-inclusive facility.
That's Crimson Claycomb, founder of the Kendall and Friends Foundation. That all-inclusive facility will be on Danville Shakertown Road, right next door to the Hometown Radio Network studios. Kendall and Friends Foundation acquired 5 acres of land where the project will take place. And now for phase 1, the building of the all-inclusive baseball field. Work on that will begin quickly.
We play the first weekend in August through the first weekend in October. Our goal would be to be on this field come August, the first weekend in August.
That's phase 1 with a completion date by the end of the fall. Phase 2 would include an all-inclusive sports complex, including an indoor-outdoor playground and gymnasium. It'll end with phase 3, an indoor and outdoor all-inclusive aquatic center. All of that will be built right next door to the Hometown Radio Network and across the street from Danville Christian Academy on Shakertown Road. Today's the second of the 2-day Megget Open interview days. If you're looking for a new career, Megget in Danville is having open interviews for those looking for a new job. It's today from 8 o'clock until 3. Bring your resume and apply for one of 3 jobs: production subassembler, production associate CNC machinist, and carbon furnace operator. It'll all take place at their carbon plant on Corporate Drive in Danville. For questions, visit Megget in Danville on Facebook or tune into the live broadcast today from 11 o'clock until 1 on Z105. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
If you're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
As a parent, you do everything possible to protect your children and keep them safe. Vaccinated children are less likely to get COVID, but if they do, their symptoms are milder. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe, and available to anyone 6 months or older. Go to vaccines.gov and enter your zip code for locations to get a free COVID-19 vaccine. This message sponsored by this station, the Kentucky Primary Care Association, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and supported by Health Resources and Services Administration grant funding. As a parent, you do everything possible to protect your children and keep them safe. Vaccinated children are less likely to get COVID, but if they do, their symptoms are milder. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe, and available to anyone 6 months or older. Go to vaccines.gov and enter your zip code for locations to get a free COVID-19 vaccine. This message sponsored by this station, the Kentucky Primary Care Association, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and supported by Health Resources and Services Administration grant funding.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. That's Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Cloudy skies, rain showers possible today. Yeah, they're coming. High of 62. A low tonight of 33. Tomorrow, chance of rain showers early, snow flurries, mostly cloudy, 34. Saturday, sunny and 40. Right now, it's 8:38 in the morning. It's 58 degrees here in Danville. What's going on with Pim today? Wedding Planning with Pim has some information for us.
Hi, I'm Timothy Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Documenting an outdoor wedding with video and photos is all about the elements. At an indoor wedding, your photographer and videographer are dealing with predictable and manageable indoor lighting. Outside, there's glare, shade, and forever changing shadows throughout the day. Wind can cause sound problems for the videographer, and blowing sand at a beach wedding can cause damage to equipment. Professionals are aware of all of the dangers associated with the outdoor elements. They know how to protect their equipment. They know how to avoid potential disasters, and they know how to use natural light and shadows to your advantage. When booking your photographer and videographer, make it clear that yours is an outdoor wedding. Make arrangements for them to visit your site to tour the grounds. Look for attractive structures and landscaping that will serve as backdrops, and check for power sources. Your picture professionals will then know what equipment to bring. An outdoor wedding with its special challenges requires you to take every tiny detail into consideration. Allow the pros you've hired to tailor their plans to meet the conditions of your day. With advanced planning, your photos and video are going to be fantastic. My love note, a photo captures the moment, but a sweet memory replays that moment at will.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Are you tired of just working a job? Are you ready and in need of a career change? The next 55 seconds could change your life. Parker Megan in Danville's in need of talent and are holding open interviews this Thursday from 8 till 3. If you want job security and stability, a $2 per hour night shift premium with rotating schedule that allows you to be off half of the year while still getting full-time benefits, Parker Meggett wants you. Featuring affordable comprehensive health insurance and a $600 deductible option, effective within 30 days, Parker Meggett wants you. Plus, you get paid holidays, paid sick time, paid parental leave, 401k matching, and more. Parker Meggett is looking for you. The future you've been looking for is as close as Parker Meggett in Danville, 190 Corporate Drive. Just bring your resume to Parker Meggett this Thursday with open interviews 8 to 3. Parker Meggett, 190 Corporate Drive in Danville. They enable you to become extraordinary.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Nothing fights the winter blues like a delicious and satisfying meal. Luckily, Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up and fill your freezer with flavor. Save on perfectly portioned favorites, easy meals, and so much more with Omaha Steaks Freezer Filler Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of gourmet choices. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
It's 8:42 in the morning. James, the gardener's in studio with us this morning on this Thursday, and some Gardening with James action coming your way.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty, growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
All right, James, the gardener, what's up with you?
Oh, the weather.
Yeah.
We've got it.
The storms coming in, looking at the radar right now, James. They are nigh.
Oh, man.
Storms are nigh.
It looks like that's going to be a wet couple of days. So just hunker down and do the best you can. Because I see lightning. I see all those different colors of yellow,
green,
and
yellow, and red and orange.
That's a wet day.
Actually got an alert on my my phone just about 5 minutes ago. Severe thunderstorm warning for Danville until 9:15 this morning.
Yeah.
That's the next 30 minutes. So we'll be on the air as the thunderstorm rolls in.
Yeah, because I got an alert this morning at 6 a.m. Phone said, hey, bad weather's coming.
Yeah.
And I got up, looked out the window. I was like, ain't nothing happening.
Nothing yet.
Right.
You have the extra time. You put the gardener in as your setting. So you're a gardener. So they give James extra time to let him know, hey, storm's coming in about 4 hours.
That's right. Be prepared.
Everybody else gets an hour notice. James gets 4 because he's a gardener.
Well, I'm not sure I get that notice, but I do have it set up to where I can get the alerts as early as possible. Because you're right. Because if I'm going to go out and do something, I need to know. And if it's going to be all day, I need to know that ahead of time.
Yeah.
But now things are good in the garden. Things are, starting to look up. Projects are starting to add up, for the springtime or before springtime. And, now we're all about trying to get these seeds in. Let's see, because I think for $50, like, so, get about 60 packs of seeds. And so we're going to try to go through that again, along with the help of the garden club. And we're just spreading those seeds, trying to make sure everybody gets some in the planter boxes. That process is starting to work. So, it's things are looking good for the spring.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays here on WHIR. And appreciate James being on here this morning. Yeah, it's 8:45 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back and continue our conversation right after this.
At Subtle Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle's Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit subtle'streecare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle's Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky's 71-68 loss to South Carolina has dropped them to 1-3 in the SEC, and apparently head coach John Calipari doesn't have any answers. Freshman guard Cason Wallace left the game early with an unspecified injury, while Jacob Toppin did not play because of injury. UK is at number 5 Tennessee Saturday on Z105. In the SEC last night, the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks had a battle at Arkansas when the Smoke number 15 Arkansas 84-69. Texas A&M surprised 20th ranked Missouri 82-64, and Georgia defeated Mississippi State 58-50. Kentucky college scores last night. Western Kentucky 80, UAB 78, and Clemson 83, Louisville 70. There was one other top 25 matchup. Number 25 Marquette knocked off number 6 UConn 82-76. The Kentucky High School basketball RPI ratings are out. The 12th region boys top 5 are Pulaski County at number 1, followed by Lincoln County, Danville Christian Academy, and McCreary Central. The top 5 in the girls' 12th are Pulaski County, Danville Christian, Somerset, and Rockcastle County. In the boys' 12th region All-A last night, it was Somerset 80, Somerset Christian 49. In girls' high school hoops, West Jessamine beat Bergen 62-40. Hometown Radio will bring you the 12th Region All-A Championship doubleheader tomorrow night from Somerset Christian. Girls game at 6 between Danville and Somerset. Boys game around 7:45 between Danville and Somerset on Z105 Friday night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Nothing fights the winter blues like a delicious and satisfying meal. Luckily, Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up and fill your freezer with flavor. Save on perfectly portioned favorites, easy meals, and so much more with Omaha Steaks Freezer Filler Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of gourmet choices. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm a student at the University of Kentucky College of Nursing. You can prevent a tragedy on the farm. Make sure your children have a safe play area that's fenced in or at least separated from traffic and work areas. Make it free of dangerous debris and give them room to run and explore. Play
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 DeLahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Well, things have taken an interesting turn.
Yes, it has.
Getting some alerts on my phone. James just got one as well. Sounded like one of the Amber Alert that would go off, but it's for a tornado warning, and you just heard the National Weather Service break in here as well and issue a tornado warning for this area through 9:15. So over the next 25 minutes or so, we'll be under a tornado warning. And of course, some of the emergency precautions that they give you is to, if you're outside or in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest shelter. And to protect yourself from flying debris by getting in the lowest possible place. Stay away from windows and things like that. I'm looking at the window right now, James, and it's not, it doesn't look threatening by any means, but you never know. And that's why they issue these tornado warnings. So, the sirens going off too. So they actually tested those on Friday morning or afternoon. It was 12 noon. They always test them like right at 12 noon. So I guess it's early afternoon.
Yeah.
And I heard them faintly from when I was sitting in my desk. Again, that was just a test, and someone from the 911 center called here to the radio station like right after it, like 12:05 or 12:10, and was like, "Hey, we just wanted to make sure you all heard the sirens." It's like, "Yep, I heard them."
Yeah.
And you can hear them right now going off there
hear 'em, yeah.
in the distance. And so, this is a system, tracking the system that's coming from the western part of the state that is moving into Boyle County right now. In fact, it is just west of us. It's in Washington and Marion County, really on the line, moving into Boyle County as we speak. This is going to have some heavy rain with it, some lightning as well, and certainly some thunder, and a tornado warning has now been issued by the National Weather Service due to the incoming storms that we see coming to the area, a tornado warning. So that's what we are doing right now. And Rebecca texted me and says, we need the trampoline tied down. Hard for me to do that right now, Rebecca, considering I'm on the air and I'm not going to be back home until later on this afternoon. So if you live there in the Indian Hills subdivision and a trampoline goes flying across the road, just send it back to our backyard if you can.
Right.
Yes, just direct it back our way.
Right.
Why would you text me that right now? Need the trampoline tied down. Like I could go do that right now.
Well, maybe you can call somebody.
James, you free? What are you doing after the show, James?
What am I doing after the show?
Yeah. She said, put it on pause. She's listening. Put the show on pause, Joe. Go tie the trampoline
Right.
down. Stop.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
because see, we have one of those sirens in pretty much our backyard.
Yeah.
So when that thing goes off, I mean, it's like everybody
sends you into a panic, huh?
Yeah, it's like, walk out on the front porch, start looking around to see, where's it at? But I have a weather radio at home also, and it'll tell me exactly where a tornado's been spotted at.
Yeah.
But, this morning there wasn't nothing going on because I turned it on as soon as I got the alert. So I was like, oh, so it may be coming to Boyle County.
Yeah. So actually, when you look at the radar, there's some stuff that's really just south of Boyle County, moving into the Lincoln County area right now, and we'll certainly be heading towards the Casey County area. But there is also, again, a system that is just west of us on the Marion County line and the Washington County line as well, and moving into central Kentucky. But again, this is going to be expiring at about 9:15 or so. It expires in 20 minutes, according to the National Weather Service. So that's what we're tracking right now. It's 8:55 in the morning, 58 degrees right here in Danville. Lost power there for a second, I think, but 57 degrees here in Danville, and tracking again some strong systems that are moving through central Kentucky.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
8:58 in the morning is the time here in Danville. Kind of postponed a little bit what we had planned to do, which was this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B, because we are currently under a tornado warning here in the Boyle County area and Danville area as well. And just very quickly, the difference between a watch and a warning, this is stuff that is covered, I know, in school, but I had to look it back up because I couldn't remember. A watch means that conditions are favorable. This is according to the Kentucky Emergency Management Agency. And a warning, which is what we're under, means a tornado has been sighted or is indicated by radar. So that's the difference between a watch and a warning. So essentially, when they say watch, it's, just watch out, watch the sky, make sure everything is okay. A warning means to take cover immediately. If and when you possibly can, make sure you do that. And we are under a tornado warning right now here in Danville and Boyle County. Coming up, top hour news, and at 9:15, the warning expires. And so hopefully, I don't know when and if more weather breaks will come in, but there at 9:15 or so, maybe we can start the Adcaster up and get back to regular scheduled programming. But we are under a tornado warning right now here in Boyle County, and tracking that for you as that system moves from the western part of the state into central Kentucky, which is now beginning to move into Danville and Boyle County. 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's our top hour news. I'm back after that.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. Inflation is cooling off, if only slightly. The Consumer Price Index went down by 0.1% in December, exactly as economists had predicted. Meantime, the year-over-year number went up by 6.5%, also meeting expectations. Fallout from a systems glitch in the FAA's aviation network Wednesday is still causing hundreds of flight delays and cancellations this morning. Tom Costello reports some airlines, including American, Delta, and United, say they expect operations to get back to normal today. This after all domestic flight departures were briefly halted by the FAA early yesterday.
By the end of the day yesterday, we had 10,000 delays and thousands of cancellations, and that will continue through today as the airlines try to catch up.
Some airlines are offering to waive fare differences for some travelers who want to rebook. The death toll in California is now up to 19 as yet another storm drenches that state. Sheriffs in Sonoma County say the toll rose after a person was found dead in a car submerged in water. More than 7,000 New York City nurses will be back on the job today after reaching a tentative contract agreement ending a strike that started earlier this week. The deal includes a 19% pay raise and 170 new nursing positions at WHIR Hospital. A comet that last streaked over the Earth in the Stone Age is making a comeback. The green comet will pass the Earth on February 1st, 50,000 years after its last flyby. Experts say the comet should be visible to the naked eye by the third week of January. German supermodel Tatiana Patisse has died at the age of 56. Petitte's one of the original supermodels of the 80s. She appeared numerous times on the covers of Vogue, Elle, and other fashion magazines. The opening bell rings this morning after stocks closed higher Wednesday as investors appeared to take a gamble on today's inflation data. Investors are hoping the Federal Reserve sees previous interest rate hikes as having their intended impacts on the economy. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
What you're hearing are people having fun, playing Kentucky games of skill. Games of skill are totally legal, challenging video games where you win cash for your skill. But these games do more than just create fun. They create critical Kentucky jobs and allow local restaurants, bar and tavern owners, and local fraternity organizations to stay in business during tough times. To ensure their survival, the Kentucky Coalition of Small Businesses and Fraternal Clubs who operate skill games are calling on the Kentucky State Legislature to pass additional regulations supporting skill games and cracking down on all illegal gambling in Kentucky. Call your legislators. Tell them to stand with the law-abiding, tax-paying Kentucky small business owners, fraternal clubs, and employees who survive thanks to legal skill games. Tell them to protect all legal forms of entertainment, including games of skill, from illegal gambling. Paid for by the Kentucky Merchants and Amusement Coalition, Incorporated.
New York Republicans are calling on Congressman George Santos to resign. The chairman of the New York GOP, Nick Langworthy, says in a statement he backs a call for Santos' resignation from his U.S. Congress seat, saying it's in the taxpayers' best interest. Republican leaders in Long Island say Santos is not welcome at their GOP headquarters and call his lies about family ties to the Holocaust outrageous and disgusting. In Louisville, Kentucky, where they've recorded 10 murders in as many days this year, citizens got an emotional plea for answers from the family of one of the city's 10 homicide victims. Jason Buckner stood next to Mayor Craig Greenberg and delivered an impassioned plea for the violence to stop.
This is not a game. This is not for life. You are not in a war just against whatever you think you're in a war against. This is for your soul.
Buckner's brother Jeremiah was murdered this week. Mayor Craig Greenberg discussing the homicides.
10 homicides already in Louisville this year. That is simply unacceptable. It's tragic. These are not just numbers. These are people.
In New Jersey, the governor there, Phil Murphy, appears to be taking aim at other states, most notably Florida. Liz Warner has more.
In his State of the State address, the Democratic governor touted his administration's accomplishments, and without actually mentioning Ron DeSantis, he brought up the issue of wokeness, a frequent topic for Florida's GOP governor. Murphy noted some governors boast their state is where woke goes to die, a remark DeSantis himself made about Florida. Murphy also compared economic incentive programs where New Jersey had outpaced Florida and Georgia. Both governors have been the subject of speculation over potential presidential bids, and when asked by reporters about a run, Murphy says he'd back President Biden if he runs for re-election.
White Castle's bringing back their Valentine's Day dinners this year, the popular tradition returning after canceled for the last 2 years because of the pandemic. Reservations are required. They're being accepted at opentable.com. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
AOC is getting brutalized all over social media after she mocked Congressman Ronnie Jackson, who I saw last night, for tweeting that he would never give up his gas stove. I'm not giving up my gas stove either. I'm not doing it because then I won't be able to cook the way I need to cook. Did you know that the ongoing exposure to NO2 from gas stoves is linked to reduced cognitive performance? So she's saying a gas stove is pretty much linked to brain damage. She's saying it to a medical doctor, Dr. Ronnie Jackson. And Jackson vowed he'd rather die than give up his gas stove. I'm never giving up my gas stove. If the maniacs in the White House come from my stove, they can pry it out of my cold, dead hands. Come and take it. I'm with him.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
You know, tragically, last year had a record number of school shooting victims. Now, in active shooter incidents, schools go on lockdown and locked doors impede law enforcement's access. Now, with Knox, both school officials and law enforcement have access to key cards, keys, floor plans, and getting them into those locked doors. Get Knox. Just go to schoolentry.com. That's their website, schoolentry, one word.com, schoolentry.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Jenny Holland, owner of the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, our commitment to quality and integrity guides every aspect of our business. You can trust our NutriGold line of certified, clean, organic, whole food vitamins, such as plant-based vitamins D3, C Gold, Zinc Gold for your immune system. NutriGold vitamins will be on sale every day to help you and your family stay healthy. We are located on 4th Street next to Sears. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Friday night. It's a girl-boy doubleheader as the Admirals take on the Briar Jumpers in the 12th Region All-A Championship. The girls' game starts at 6 o'clock. The boys' game follows at 7:30. We'll make that trip to Somerset for that girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have it on Z105. On Saturday, 2 games. UK takes on Tennessee. 10:30 pregame, 12 noon tip on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Scott County. 7:30 tip on 99.5 FM. WHBN. Well, good morning to you. That sound of the background is the rain hitting the window here at the radio station studio. It is really coming down. We are under a tornado warning right now, and flashes of lightning has actually caused the power here at the station just to go out momentarily here at WHIR. So we're under a tornado warning. And again, the difference between a watch and a warning means that a tornado has been sighted or is indicated by radar, and they are asking you to take cover immediately, ASAP if you can. Tornado sirens have been going on for the last 15, 20 minutes or so, and we are under a tornado warning until 9:15. So for the next 5 minutes or so, here in the Boyle County area, under a tornado warning. And this is a system that is right now, and it's smack dab right over Boyle County when you look at the radar. And this was a strong line of storms that was moving from western Kentucky, from the Owensboro area. So from the Kentucky-Indiana line that stretched all the way north into Louisville and near Frankfort. And it has gradually made its way southeast through this morning. And we talked about it 6 o'clock in the morning hour. And, it's gradually made its way southeast over the course of the next 3 hours. And here we are, the 9 o'clock hour, and seeing the tornado warning move into the Danville, Boyle County area right now. But very heavy rainfall, extremely heavy rain right now. Gusty winds right now because we are under a tornado warning that issued by the National Weather Service. And there it is. And so there's the National Weather Service update. Have had reports as well. And I believe it was hailing here momentarily, but no hailing there in Danville, kind of more near the downtown area, and was told on Perryville Road it was hailing as well. So we're dealing with the effects of a tornado warning, again, which means the tornado has been sighted or is indicated by radar. But from what we had, when I took the air at the top of this 9 o'clock in the morning hour, just 10 minutes ago or so, and you heard the rain beating against the window, it was raining so hard. We're starting to see the rain tail off a little bit, but tornado sirens are going off again right now. So we're not out of the clear, so to say, yet, or not in the clear, out of the woods, so to say, yet. Still a couple of minutes left in that tornado warning, but they being the National Weather Service, projected this tornado warning to be here in the Danville-Boyle County area until 9:15. And not just in this area, Mercer County, Harrodsburg is getting hit by this. South of us, the radar shows Casey County, the Liberty area, Stanford, the Lincoln County area as well, involved in some severe thunderstorms. And so just buckle down and stay away from windows. If you have a basement, make sure you move to your basement and just make sure you're keeping as safe as possible as this tornado warning passes on through. Right now, it is 9:14 in the morning. And again, we're going to suspend what would be our regular scheduled programming, the Adcaster, until we're in the clear of this tornado warning. So we'll step aside and we'll come back and see where we stand on the backside of this break. Currently in a tornado warning here in Danville and Boyle County on this Thursday morning. It's 59 degrees here in Danville.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accots, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Nothing fights the winter blues like a delicious and satisfying meal. Luckily, Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up and fill your freezer with flavor. Save on perfectly portioned favorites, easy meals, and so much more with Omaha Steaks Freezer Filler Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of gourmet choices. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
When you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. What in the world? Anyway, when you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. Okay, is that really going to happen every time I say Big Mac? Look, I can't do a Big Mac commercial if every time I say Big Mac, it does that. Get the Big Mac at McDonald's.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Pure Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I line. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
I went to ride Hatfield Chevrolet, and they had me
driving in my car, going very far, down the street in my car.
If you want to ride, go to ridehatfieldchevy.com. Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, Lexington, Kentucky.
At Lennox of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Lennox of Danville, we make tough look good.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
9:18 in the morning on this Thursday, January the 12th, tracking this tornado warning that has been issued. And you just heard from the National Weather Service that has been extended now. It was 9:15, and now they say they are extending that until 9:45 this morning. And that is for northeastern Boyle County. Right here, northeastern Boyle County, one of the many counties that falls under this tornado warning extension until 9:45. Southeastern Mercer County is part of that as well. You've got northern Garrett County. That's a part of that as well. And again, northeastern Boyle County, some other somewhat area counties include Woodford County, south central Woodford County. You have a Jessamine County, which is all of Jessamine County. That's going to be issued under this tornado warning. Central Madison County and southeastern Fayette County. And this has been indicated by radar. Now, remember, the tornado warning, according to the Kentucky Emergency Management Agency, can be issued either being seen by the eye or indicated by radar. And this has been indicated by radar. A radar-indicated rotation is what the National Weather Service says. And you heard the warning just now. Flying debris could be an issue to those caught without shelter. So, again, we've been warning you and telling you, get to shelter immediately as soon as you can for this tornado warning. And it was essentially up until 9:15. And now here we are about 5 minutes past that 9:15 mark. And we are still under this tornado warning, what has now been extended until 9:45. Rain has tapered off a little bit, but still thunder and lightning hanging around the area. About 2 minutes ago, I looked out the window here in studio, saw a long streak of lightning in the sky. So that's still something of a precarious watch that you want to keep an eye on, is the streaks of lightning that may come through the sky. And again, we've had reports of hail in the area on Perryville Road, reports of hail, more towards the downtown Danville area, reports of hail. But this tornado warning being stemmed from Danville, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located right near Danville. You heard the National Weather Service say that, moving east at 55 miles per hour. And so that's why we are currently under that tornado warning. Sirens have been going off for the past 30 minutes off and on and letting people know of the seriousness of this tornado warning. And so that's what we're doing right now under this tornado warning. I've got a text in to Brian Cowell, the Boyle County Emergency Management Agency Director, and just asking him, hey, is there anything we need to know about this tornado warning? Any topics, anything you want to talk about? The airwaves are open to him, but I'm sure he's busy dealing with the National Weather Service and making sure everything is safe here in Boyle County. So if he wants to call in or has anything to say, we'll pass that message along to you. Right now, tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service. It is affecting northeastern Boyle County. Yep, right here in Boyle County, we are under a tornado warning. Also, southeastern Mercer County. So our neighbors just to the north, southeastern Mercer County affected by this. Garrett County, northern Garrett County affected by this. All of Jessamine County is in this tornado warning, along with south central Woodford County, southwestern Clark County, central Madison County near the Richmond area, and southeastern Fayette County until 9:45 this morning. We are under a tornado warning. And just kind of breaking away from normal coverage until we ensure everything is A-OK with this tornado warning here in our area. It is 9:21 here in Danville, 238 WHIR. If you have anything you see you want to let us know about, phone lines are open for you, 238-9447, 238 WHIR. Lightning continuing to flash right over here, the radio station. It sounded like when the thunder boomed about 5 minutes ago, like it was literally right on top of the station. And James the gardener was here, and I looked at James, and I said, no, I think I'm going to go back inside. I stepped outside just to take a look at it and heard the thunder boom right over my head and said, no, going back inside. And James took off and went home as well. So just stay in a safe shelter, stay safe, stay in the basement if you can. Stay away from windows and keep your radios tuned in right here. We'll keep you up to date on this tornado warning that has been issued for Boyle County and some of the surrounding areas by the National Weather Service. Was initially issued around 8:45 when we were talking with James. And I believe I hear the sirens going off again. Yes, I do, faintly in the background. I have the headphones on, so it's kind of tough for me to hear what's going on outside, but that's how loud those sirens are. I'm in studio talking into a microphone with headphones on, and I can still faintly hear the sirens going off in the background. But around 8:45 is when they issued that warning. James was actually in studio talking with James when that happened, and began to get updates and pings to our phone about what was going on with the weather. So we're keeping you up to date and letting you know what's going on. But right now, again, a tornado warning has been extended until 9:45 for northeastern Boyle County. Right now, it is 9:23 in the morning and 60 degrees. Cloudy skies, and a tornado warning in the area here on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-466-9625.
Nothing fights the winter blues like a delicious and satisfying meal. Luckily, Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up and fill your freezer with flavor. Save on perfectly portioned favorites, easy meals, and so much more with Omaha Steaks Freezer Filler Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of gourmet choices. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
If you're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
As a parent, you do everything possible to protect your children and keep them safe. Vaccinated children are less likely to get COVID, but if they do, their symptoms are milder. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe, and available to anyone 6 months or older. Go to vaccines.gov and enter your zip code for locations to get a free COVID-19 vaccine. This message sponsored by this station, the Kentucky Primary Care Association, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and supported by Health Resources and Services Administration grant funding.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. Great steak truly is just a beginning. It is a Joe Show weather radar type of day here as we are looking at the tornado warning that is in effect for Boyle County right now. And all kinds of other information is coming out, and we'll give that to you here in just a second. Wind gust nearing, obviously up, we projected 30 miles per hour, but we're seeing that certainly top that right now as we're under a tornado warning. An inch of rain total was possible today. We've already seen it come down in droves earlier this morning from about 20 minutes ago, where I took the air in this hour, and you could hear it beating against the window here in studio, how hard it was raining. Temperatures drop down tonight. Once we make it through this morning, we should be good. We're going to be dealing with some rain all day long, but what's going to happen is temperatures are really going to drop tonight into tomorrow. 34 is the high tomorrow. 30% chance of snow showers. On Saturday, sunshine, a high of 40. Sunday, mostly sunny, and a high of 50. Right now, it's 9:27. It's 60 degrees. We are under a tornado warning, and you are asked to please seek shelter in the basement of a home, of a house, of some sort of building. Stay away from windows. If you are outside, if you are driving, if you are in a mobile home, you're asked to make it into what would be considered more of a sturdy location during severe weather, essentially, is what you're asked to do. Find somebody close to you, find a building, find a store, find something they'll let you in, and make sure that you're safe as this tornado warning passes through. Chris Bailey, who is the meteorologist, the chief meteorologist at WKYT, is actually reporting that there was an earthquake that was reported in between Danville and Nicholasville, kind of in the Harrodsburg area. I wish it had the city where it was located. The Harrodsburg area looks like maybe actually just east of Harrodsburg. A 2.6 magnitude earthquake was reported earlier this morning in that area. Now, that 2.6 is very, very weak. And more than likely, I've seen people comment on this. If you're in that area, you may not have felt anything, because people are saying, hey, I live there, I didn't feel anything. But there was a 2.6 magnitude earthquake that was also felt earlier this morning in this area, just north of Danville, in between Danville and Nicholasville, right where the severe storms are coming in. Again, it seems to be coincidental. I'm just letting you know that the weather can do interesting things. You also have a 2.6 magnitude earthquake hours before you have a tornado warning that moves through. So we are tracking the tornado warning here for northeastern Boyle County. It also affects southeastern Mercer County. So right here on the Mercer County, Boyle County line, a tornado warning is in effect. All of Jessamine County is under a tornado warning. You also have Woodford County. You have northern Garrett County in a tornado warning right now. You have central Madison County, the Richmond area, and southeastern Fayette County. Up until 9:45 this morning, it was initially until 9:15, and they have expanded that to 9:45. So another 15 minutes as of right now, unless, of course, the National Weather Service comes back and extends this again. But another 15 minutes or so of this tornado warning as this storm moves through. The good news for us here in Boyle County is it is moving through. You know, this was all over the county about 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. The entire county was covered in lightning strikes, according to the radar. That is beginning to move through now, just showing signs of some fairly heavy rain, some moderate to heavy rain. So it is moving through, and just bear with us. And again, stay in your basement, stay safe until that tornado warning has been all cleared. It's 9:30 in the morning. KNN News, the Kentucky News Network, has more updates from the state level right here on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Eastern Kentucky's flood damage topped $1 billion. That's according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, who included late July's tragedy in their list of 18 most financially damaging nationwide disasters of 2022. The death toll from the flooding in eastern Kentucky is up to 44, with Breathitt County's Vanessa Baker still missing. FEMA could buy flood-impacted homes in Perry County. That's after the county's judge executive, Scott Alexander, signed a contract yesterday for FEMA's Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. Alexander says the bill would allow people to sign up their property for purchase, allowing them to relocate to another area that's not in the flood zone. It's now going to lawmakers in Frankfort for the next step of the approval process. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is Monday, and at Berea College on that day, they'll be providing a workshop on teaching educators how to better teach Black history to students.
This is an opportunity to fill in gaps for educators who maybe don't feel as comfortable in terms of teaching Black history.
Shaka Cummings is the executive director of the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky, and he goes on to tell WKYT-TV It's also an important opportunity for educators to focus on Black history as it pertains to the state of Kentucky. Monday's workshop will be hosted at the Boone Tavern Hotel at Berea College. The Lexington Humane Society is taking care of dogs who were rescued from a hoarding situation. Tennessee authorities removed 76 dogs from a deplorable situation in the city of Dyer last month. Some of the animals were just a few weeks old. The Humane Society is now taking care of 7 of the dogs who will soon be in need of a forever home. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I'm with Carrie Banner.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too, braids, highlights, and even up. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I line. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Just who is this car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds? None other than Jenny Hogue, owner and manager of Car Express Wash in Danville. Jenny, how did you get started?
My owners wanted to sell the business. They offered to me first. October of 2018 is when I became the car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds. We are invested in making Danville a happier, safer, and cleaner community. Give the giver clean this season. We have gift cards available and also monthly memberships. We are located in a big blue building, Danville Bypass. Don't drive dirty.
Danville Physical Therapy off the bypass next to 84 Lombard will help you if you're having problems with your back and your neck, headaches, industrial work injuries, sports injuries. You need rehab, individual rehab, and skilled hands-on care with Danville Physical Therapy. Repetitive strain disorder, post-operative rehab of extremities in the spine, arthritis, it hurts. Head to Danville Physical Therapy, 474 World Away Drive. The new owner and director, Samantha Ashford, has extended hours and now accepts all insurances.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. A big project is underway in Danville. The Kendall and Friends Foundation, which is known for building all-inclusive playgrounds in central Kentucky, announced yesterday a new endeavor.
We are super excited. We've kind of been keeping it under wraps. We are officially announcing that we are building an all-inclusive facility.
That's Crimson Claycomb, founder of the Kendall and Friends Foundation. That all-inclusive facility will be on Danville Shakertown Road, right next door to the Hometown Radio Network studios. Kendall and Friends Foundation acquired 5 acres of land where the project will take place. And now for phase 1, the building of the all-inclusive baseball field. Work on that will begin quickly.
We play the first weekend in August through the first weekend in October. Our goal would be to be on this field come August, the first weekend in August.
That's phase 1 with a completion date by the end of the fall. Phase 2 would include an all-inclusive sports complex, including an indoor-outdoor playground and gymnasium. It'll end with phase 3, an indoor and outdoor all-inclusive aquatic center. All of that will be built right next door to the Hometown Radio Network and across the street from Danville Christian Academy on Shakertown Road. Today's the second of the 2-day Megget Open interview days. If you're looking for a new career, Megget in Danville is having open interviews for those looking for a new job. It's today from 8 o'clock until 3. Bring your resume and apply for one of 3 jobs: production subassembler, production associate CNC machinist, and carbon furnace operator. It'll all take place at their carbon plant on Corporate Drive in Danville. For questions, visit Megget in Danville on Facebook or tune into the live broadcast today from 11 o'clock until 1 on Z105. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Nothing fights the winter blues like a delicious and satisfying meal. Luckily, Omaha Steaks makes it easy to stock up and fill your freezer with flavor. Save on perfectly portioned favorites, easy meals, and so much more with Omaha Steaks Freezer Filler Sale. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of gourmet choices. Visit omahasteaks.com, use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
our good buddies over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. And that's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Chance of showers and thunderstorms today. We've already seen a tornado warning. And again, the good news is that is beginning to move out of the area. And the radar has actually got the Richmond area now kind of circled as the main area about to get hit by that system. So if you happen to be listening to us from the Richmond area, it is moving your way. And Chris Bailey has said, take shelter immediately. That's what he said. So it's south of us too. We've got some strong systems south of us. There's an interesting system in Bowling Green right now that has quite a few lightning strikes with it, some heavy rain that is well southwest of us. And as it moves, we'll see where it moves to. Right now, it looks like it could be on track to go north of us. But again, we'll see. I'm certainly not a weatherman, and we're going to see more rain as this day goes on. I do know that. I also know that we're under tornado warning until 9:45, another 7 minutes or so issued by the National Weather Service for northern Boyle County, northeastern Boyle County, and for Mercer County as well. That's south central and southeastern Mercer County. That's also a part of this tornado warning. Going back to that earthquake that happened early this morning. So you had to be up real early, about 3 o'clock, 3:05 in the morning is when the United States Geological Survey reported a 2.6 magnitude earthquake Thursday morning, this morning in central Kentucky. The epicenter of that was just east of Bergen, so not far from here. And people are saying in Danville, Nicholasville, Lexington, and Frankfort that it was all felt. But again, this was at 3:06 in the morning. So if you weren't up that early in the morning, 2.6 magnitude isn't very strong at all in the least amount. But it's very close to where it happened, so you may have felt something if you were up that early in the morning. It was an earthquake that was reportedly 17 miles below the surface, 17 miles deep. No reports so far of damages or injuries because of that reported earthquake, but that happened at 3:05 this morning. What a day of weather we're having here. You go from earthquakes being reported to severe thunderstorms to tornado warnings to more severe storms. We're going to stay under a severe thunderstorm warning in Boyle County until later on this afternoon. I'm being asked if there are any reported damages in Boyle County. If you have any damage, call in, let me know, 238-WHIR. I don't have any reports right now. And again, I've got a message into Brian Cowell, the EMA director, I should say, Emergency Management Agency director, to see what he has to say. But I've heard no reports so far of damage in Boyle County. If you have, if you see some, if you had some damage, call in 238-WHIR, 238-9447. Right now it is 9:40 in the morning, and we are about 5 minutes away from that tornado warning officially expiring here in Boyle County, which is very good news. Let's see what Gary Fogel's got on his mind for Kentucky Sports Memories.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogel. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. Billy Miller scored 90 points in a high school basketball game nearly 50 years ago, but he still hears about it quite often.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
Back in January of 1976, 47 years ago, Billy Miller scored 90 points in a high school basketball game for Nancy High School out of Pulaski County against Pine Knot High School out of McCreary County. They were winning big, and he had 60-some points late in the game when Pine Knot's coach got so frustrated with the officials, and maybe also because the team he was playing against was blowing him out and still pressing, that he told his players, just take the ball out of bounds when they score and throw it directly in to Miller. Just let him score. So Miller scored his last 20-some points by getting the ball directly from the Pine Knot players, throwing it straight to him. And although that 90-point game, as I said, was 47 years ago, he says people still bring it up to him quite often, at least once a month, sometimes every other week. And he was at an event just within the past month, and he heard about it again. He picks up the story from there.
And I was sitting at an event, there's about 300 or 400 people there, and right behind me was a guy talking about me. And I was listening.
But he didn't know it was you in front of him?
No, he didn't. And he was talking about that game. And I happened to know the guy that was with him. And so we stood up for something, and I turned around, and I spoke to a guy. A guy was named Terry, and I spoke to him. And then after I spoke to him, I shook hands with the other guy. I said, let me introduce myself. I said, I'm Billy Miller. And he was the guard that was on Pine Knot's team that night when I scored. He said, you have made my life miserable. He said, everywhere I go, they question me about that game. I said, well, my life hasn't been a bed of roses because of the game either, because I've got harassed over it several times. And so we had a good talk and good laugh about it. And he was an excellent guy.
And there's something Billy Miller learned from that game all those years ago he still carries with him today. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Gary Fogle and KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show in the 9 o'clock hour. It's 9:44 in the morning, 60 degrees. Going to see severe thunderstorm warnings and watches through 1 o'clock this afternoon, according to the National Weather Service. So in terms of being in the clear, the tornado warnings have passed. The severe thunderstorms, that threat will remain for the remainder of this morning and into the afternoon, right, for Danville and Boyle County and for Central Kentucky. Looking at the radar right now, again, in the Richmond area, they're getting hit pretty much right now by that system that just moved through Danville and Boyle County that had the potential to form some tornadic winds, right? And tornadic storms and lightning and thunder and what was reported to be hail as well in Boyle County, throughout multiple spots in Boyle County, hail being reported. But, I've asked for people to call in if there are any damage. I haven't heard any calls yet, and no reports, I guess, is the best way to put that right now. No reports of any damage here in the Danville and Boyle County area. It's 9:45 in the morning, and that tornado warning set to expire from the National Weather Service right here, right now at 9:45 here in Danville. But expect rain showers and thunderstorms. If anything changes, we'll let you know here on the Joe Show on WHIR. It's 9:45. Here's the Big Daddy with sports.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky's 71-68 loss to South Carolina has dropped them to 1-3 in the SEC. And apparently head coach John Calipari doesn't have any answers. Freshman guard Cason Wallace left the game early with an unspecified injury, while Jacob Toppin did not play because of injury. UK is at number 5 Tennessee Saturday on Z105. In the SEC last night, the Crimson Tide and the Razorbacks had a battle at Arkansas when the smoke cleared. Number 4 Alabama had down number 15 Arkansas 84-69. Texas A&M surprised 20th-ranked Missouri 82-64, and Georgia defeated Mississippi State 58-50. Kentucky covered scores last night. Western Kentucky 80, UAB 78, and Clemson 83, Louisville 70. There was one other top 25 matchup. Number 25 Marquette knocked off number 6 UConn 82-76. The Kentucky High School basketball RPI ratings are out. The 12th region boys top 5 are Pulaski County at number 1, followed by Lincoln County, Danville, Danville Christian Academy, and McCreary Central. The top 5 in the girls' 12th are Pulaski County, Danville, Danville Christian, Somerset, and Rockcastle County. In the boys' 12th region All-A last night, it was Somerset 80, Somerset Christian 49. In girls' high school hoops, West Jessamine beat Bergen 62-40. Hometown Radio will bring you the 12th Region All-A Championship doubleheader tomorrow night from Somerset Christian. Girls game at 6 between Danville and Somerset. Boys game around 7:45 between Danville and Somerset on Z105 Friday night. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Are you tired of just working a job? Are you ready and in need of a career change? The next 55 seconds could change your life. Parker Megan in Danville's in need of talent and are holding open interviews this Thursday from 8 till 3. If you want job security and stability, a $2 per hour night shift premium with rotating schedule that allows you to be off half of the year while still getting full-time benefits, Parker Meggett wants you. Featuring affordable comprehensive health insurance and a $600 deductible option effective within 30 days, Parker Meggett wants you. Plus, you get paid holidays, paid sick time, paid parental leave, 401k matching, and more. Parker Meggett is looking for you. The future you've been looking for is as close as Parker Meggett in Danville, 190 Corporate Drive. Just bring your resume to Parker Meggett this Thursday with open interviews 8 to 3. Parker Meggett, 190 Corporate Drive in Danville. They enable you to become extraordinary.
Love gets better with B&M Jewelers.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Farmers National Bank invites you to flash your school spirit by offering you debit cards created especially for your school, including Boyle County High School, Bergen Independent School, Center College, Danville High School, Danville Christian Academy, Garrett County High School, Kentucky School for the Deaf, Lincoln County High School, and Mercer County High School. Flash your school spirit with Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Certain restrictions may apply. See your Farmers National Bank representative for complete details. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Right at you, use our factory.
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Right at you, use our factory.
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vince Drive. Then you've arrived at the new
Right at you, use our factory.
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
RightAtYouUseOurFactory.com.
Get your engine running and talk NASCAR racing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings at 7 right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
The tornado warning has expired. which we're all happy for. So we're actually, skies are beginning to lighten up. No sun, that's not what I'm talking about, but it's not nearly as dark. I tell you what, at about 9:05 this morning, right after our top hour news, when I came back and you heard the window that was hitting, or heard the rain hitting against the window, I actually had to dim the lights here in the studio because it was so bright in the studio from where it was so dark outside. It looked like it was about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It was so dark. Just the way that it looked outside when I typically take the air. That's how dark it was at 9:05 this morning. So I had to dim the light just so I could see out the window when I was talking. So it was certainly interesting. This has been a day already. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. We've had an earthquake reported around Bergen, the epicenter right around Bergen. 2.6 magnitude earthquake at 3:06 this morning was reported. And then here we are about 5.5, 6 hours later dealing with severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings that move through the area. But the good news, those have expired. And right now, looks like Lincoln County and Casey County, especially Casey, is dealing with some pretty heavy storms. And southwest of us, we're going to be dealing with more rain and more storms in the next couple of hours. But hopefully we can just stay away from the tornado warnings. That's the main thing. We can deal with the storms. We just don't want those tornado warnings. All right, in the 8 o'clock hour, when James was in studio, we were talking with James. I was going to come back. I was going to do this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, and I didn't get around to it because we felt it was more necessary to talk about the tornado warnings that were in effect in the area. And so let's kind of circle back around and do what we would have done an hour ago right now as we take a look at what's gone on this date, January 12th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. And it starts off on this date in history back in 1960, where Charlie Gillingham was born. On this date, 1960, Charlie Gillingham. Do you recognize the name? You probably don't. He was a keyboardist from one of my favorite groups of all time. Charlie Gillingham, the keyboardist from the group Counting Crows, who had the 1994 hit single Mr. Jones, and this song right here, Long December. Counting Crows received the 2004 Academy Award nomination for their song Accidentally in Love, which was included in the film Shrek 2. Charlie Gillingham having a birthday. He's 63 years old today. It was on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1974. This group was at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with their song called The Joker. The band on this date, 1974. The Joker, the group's first of 3 number ones, and also went number 1 16 years later in the UK in 1990. It was on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1993. History was made at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, though not necessarily the history you'd think or like positive history. But one guy made his stand and his stance known, and he just didn't show up. Van Morrison, nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The induction was on this date 30 years ago. And it was on this date 30 years ago. Van Morrison said, forget it, I'm not showing up to that thing. He was the first living inductee not to attend his own rock and roll induction ceremony. Yep. 5 till 10 here on the show. Another story I wanted to cover earlier this morning, didn't get around to it. Actually would have gone in our food news, Grub Gab. This is big news. Pepsi has apparently made a big announcement. They are ditching Sierra Mist. If you're diehard Sierra Mist fans, you might want to stroll down the greeting card aisle and browse the sympathy section because Pepsi has made Sierra Mist for the last nearly quarter century, 23 years, ever since they replaced it with Slice in 1999. Slice was the first one, then Sierra Mist, and now they're ditching Sierra Mist. It's a new lemon lime soda going to be introduced. This is big news. They're calling this Starry. It's like it's spelled Starry, like a starry night. Starry. And Pepsi, a rep from Pepsi, says it has higher citrus flavor that are more true to fruit and more better smells, aromatic, I guess, than Sierra Mist is. It's going to be available in both regular and sugar-free versions. Starry is already rolling out the grocery and convenience stores right now. So if you are a hardcore Sierra Misty, you might want to buy up as many packs as you can, like right now, because these things are going off the shelf and Starry's taking its place. Pepsi is bailing on Sierra Mist because the sales have been declining. But quite frankly, when you think of lemon lime citrus sodas, the king is Sprite. It just is. And Pepsi has realized that it was never able to compete against Sprite, made by Coca-Cola. They also wanted something newer to appeal to younger Gen Z customers. So Starry is the new Pepsi product going to be hitting the shelves. It will replace Sierra Mist. Apparently, some reviews are being released on this on social media. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if you all have or not. Some lukewarm reviews, if we can call it that. Lukewarm reviews. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's okay. Maybe not even better than Sierra Mist, but it's a change, and people are going to be interested to try it out regardless. Starry, in sugar-free versions and regular versions, will be replacing Sierra Mist here on store shelves very, very soon. Coming up this afternoon, actually later this morning into the early afternoon hours from 11 o'clock until 1, we're going to have Radio Rick. He's going to be live at Megget in Danville. They're doing open interviews and essentially a job fair. Today from 11 o'clock until 1, they're hiring for 3 different positions there at Megget. They have multiple openings, we should say, for those 3 positions. So if you are looking for a new job, this was highly successful for Megget on Tuesday. And so they're doing day number 2 today. So Radio Rick will be there with a live broadcast from 11 o'clock until 1. Bring your resume. Come to Megget. 190 Corporate Drive is the address. 190 Corporate Drive. Say hey to Radio Rick and see if you fit well into the Megget team. They're hiring for multiple positions today, 11 o'clock until 1. Open interviews with a live broadcast as well with Radio Rick on Z105. There's that sad music again, and that means my time has come to an end on the Joe Show. But a doozy of a day this morning. A lot to talk about, from severe storms to earthquakes to Coach Mason had her on at 7:20 talking about the Lady Admirals. Mimi Becker was on here at 7:40. James the Gardener was on here right before that tornado warning was issued, and James jetted home. So it was a packed day. It was an interesting day, but we made it through. And we're back tomorrow morning, dark and early, right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports with the Joe Show. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.